Good morning, everybody. It's 7 a.m. on Friday, September 10th. Today in Baton Rouge, expect to see clear skies with a high of 84. Coming up today on OTB, presented by All-Star Toyota, we preview Week 2 of college football and Week 1 of the NFL, including Saints, Packers, and LSU and McNeese State. It's also the return of the D-Generation Dome in the third hour. Megan Making Money, Ben Mintz, and Jimmy Ott will all be here to make some picks. You can follow today's show on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN. Watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel or on Cox Sports Television. Make sure to subscribe and set your notifications. Hour number 1 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, starts now.
Let we go!
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, P, they said I gotta come off the bench.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Yo.
What's happening, y'all? Happy Friday to everyone out there. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday. That's something we're going to focus on today. It may just be the scoonch of fall in the air.
It's a scoonch, all right.
It's a hefty scoonch. It's a, you know what it is? We've moved on from a scoonch. It's a dollop of fall.
A dollop?
You know how when you're getting like a burrito made and you're like, hey, I want some sour cream, and they give you that fatty dollop? And it just makes you feel so good when you watch them pop it on that thing.
Is it pop it, or is it like the squeeze gun?
I think the squeeze gun is horrible. I think it's a cheat. I have no respect for the squeeze gun. I like my sour
Dollop.
cream spooned and dolloped.
Okay.
Squeeze gun feels too mechanical. Okay, you're just cheating. You took a caulk gun and put sour cream in there. But the point is, a dollop of fall is in the air, and we have a lot to be thankful for. This is something I want to explore all week long. You know, we've the LSU UCLA game did not go how everybody wanted. Led to a lot of anger. It led to a lot of weeping and gnashing of teeth. But here we sit. The weather is beautiful. We're safe and sound here in town. A lot of people are dealing with a lot of adversity right now, so I do not mean to make light of that. But I can't help but be grateful when I look at my situation and things are going well, and there's, like I said, 20 years ago today, 20 years ago tomorrow, you're talking about September 11th.
Yeah.
A tragic time. And then you think about all the ensuing sacrifices that were made. Condon pointed this out to me downstairs. 16 years ago today, Jake, you were on a football team forced to play a game out in Tempe, Arizona, while the PMAC was still housing evacuees for hurricane relief, right? And the indoor facility. So, let's just all take a second and appreciate everything that we have to appreciate today. There's Death Valley, home game with the fellas and the friends and the family, tailgating. I mean, there's just so much to be happy about. So that's what we're going to do today as we look at LSU McNeese and NFL football last night, NFL football coming up. We're going to have a great day today. How we feeling, boys?
I'm feeling good. I mean, for all the reasons that you said, you know, you get a chance to go out there this weekend and kind of get back to what we know Death Valley to be. And I realize that it's not going to be a sold-out crowd or even close, but you're going to have a chance to go out there, tailgate with your friends, watch football all day, and try to get back to what we know to be a normal fall Saturday here in Baton Rouge. So I'm excited about it. I know there's not a lot that can happen on the field to get anybody maybe excited for the next couple of weeks, but look, I'll take some tailgating in Baton Rouge with a dollop of fall.
That's right, a dollop of fall's in the air, baby. And right now, let's go ahead and do what we do every day. It's a bit lighter day, but let's dive into some headlines.
OTB headlines are brought to you by Barbecue Guys. Barbecue Guys, for those who are born to grill. Visit bbqguys.com to learn more.
All right, last night the NFL season got off to a sizzling start. As, Danny, you just got to go to the NFL. But the NFL got off to a sizzling start as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the defending Super Bowl champs, beat the Dallas Cowboys 31-29 on the leg of a Ryan suck up with a last-second field goal. The Cowboys simply made a mistake that so many have. They just left entirely too much time on the clock for Tom Brady.
And they tried to run some of it off, but Buccaneers said, no, you know what? We'll use our timeouts right here because we know our quarterback doesn't need them. Like, we're going to go ahead and use those because we've got the greatest quarterback of all time. We don't need all this extra time. He's going to get the ball back, and he's going to go score enough points to win the football game. I mean, it was inevitable. Like, you knew exactly what was going to happen.
Yeah.
And they did it. In fact, they did it so fast that they used 3 plays to just waste time off the clock. Run an out route, throw it into the stands, and we're going to knock off, 12 seconds off the clock so you don't have enough time to do anything.
Yeah, it felt like Thanos. It felt inevitable when you knew Tom Brady was getting that ball back. A great game last night, though. Dak Prescott was fantastic. The Cowboys defense managed to make the big plays when they needed to, save for stopping Brady at the end. But in terms of forcing turnovers, playoff Lenny had a great catch at the end after making up for an earlier drop that led to a pick. I mean, just beginning to end a fun back-and-forth affair, setting the tone for the 2021 football season. Also, crowds back in the stands. It felt good. It felt right. You're seeing the highlights are there. What a night it was, and I just can't believe we have an entire weekend of football to look forward to.
The thing that's scary, if you're a fan of any team playing the Buccaneers, they threw for 379 yards, and Mike Evans only had 24 of those. Because Antonio Brown had 121, Godwin had 105, Gronk, Fountain of Youth, yet again, he had 90. The 2 interceptions that Tom Brady threw for, you said it earlier, one bounced off Lenny's hands, and the other one was a right before half, let me throw it into the end zone. So he was locked in. 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions that neither one were his fault, and those were 379.
Yeah, I tweeted last night, like, is that Jameis Winston or Tom Brady? 2 first-half picks? Yikes. And I had a bunch of people like, so you know you're only watching the box score. I was like, I get it, though. Sarcasm. But it doesn't always come across in text.
They need a sarcasm font.
No, Twitter. I felt like Rust Cole from True Detective, right? Just sitting there staring at that flattened beer can and just wondering, like, am I doomed to spend my entire waking life on this earth watching Tom Brady throw touchdowns to Rob Gronkowski? It truly is a flat circle. It just never ends. It's just every single year. And sure enough, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. Crazy. All right. How about, speaking of crazy, how about the LSU women's soccer team, Coach Sean Hudson and company, our team? We told y'all to invest on the ground floor. The stock continues to soar. Last night, LSU soccer beats UL 5-0 for a school record 10th straight W. And our girl Molly Thompson comes up with her first career hat trick. How about it? Now LSU will take a little break. I think it's like a week and a day. And then I believe they start next Friday with Mississippi State starting SEC play in LSU Soccer Stadium. Go and pack the house. We'll continue to hype it up to try to get as many people as possible out there. But go support this team that is now ranked 7th in the nation, undefeated, and just whooping people's ass.
And one of the things that we talked about was, okay, how would they come back with a game like this after they had some success?
Little rat poison,
as we heard yesterday, some sound from another coach. But, yeah, they didn't allow that to creep in. They go out there, they win 5-0, and that was a lot of fun to watch. They do have that game next Friday, September the 17th, versus Mississippi State. And if I'm not mistaken, there's going to be a giveaway for like the first 150 fans, and it involves a new crest. We'll update you next week.
Ooh, like a little
giveaway, 150, new crest. Just keep that in mind.
Okay, there you go, dude. And the new crest is nice. And then finally in headlines, obviously, tomorrow night in Death Valley, McNeese State versus LSU, 7 p.m. Coach O going to have to Invincible Cody. For those that watched Invincible on Amazon, you know what I'm talking about.
Invincible.
I don't want to spoil anything, but it's crazy, y'all. The bottom line, though, Coach O.
Like the football movie with Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah, it actually is, too. That is as well.
Oh.
But it's also a very good comic book by Robert Kirkman, who wrote Walking Dead, and now Invincible's also an Amazon TV show, animated show. Really good. Great cast.
Okay.
Got J.K. Simmons in it, bro.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. And Stephen Yeun from Walking Dead. I mean, there you
Where's
go.
Mark Wahlberg coming into this?
He's the bartender in Philly that then tries out for the Eagles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's all the same thing.
Got it.
But yeah, either way, look, Cody versus Coach O versus former right-hand man Frank Wilson in Tiger Stadium. What a wild setting it's going to be tomorrow night in Death Valley. Those are your headlines. Coming up next, let's go ahead and start to preview the weekend a little bit, what we're looking forward to most. Talk about last night's game. Keep it locked right here and Off the Bench.
If you were born to grill, you have to go to Barbecue Guys for all your grilling and outdoor living needs. With the largest selection of top grills and outdoor products and best-in-class customer service, Barbecue Guys has it all. Visit bdqguys.com. That's bdqguys.com. Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
All right, so if you've got a DIY project around the house this weekend, maybe you're putting in a new garden, maybe you're getting an old satellite dish out of the ground, whatever it might be, and you've got a shovel that's going into the ground, remember what you have to do, because it is the law. You have to dial 811. I gave you the satellite dish because that's when I called 811, because we had an old one in the yard. Wanted to dig it up because we weren't using it. Hey, come mark these lines, because it's a free service to you. They come out, they show you exactly where you can and where you cannot dig. So obviously, if you're putting in a new garden or you're planting a new plant, a new tree, whatever it might be, it's important. Give them that call, and in 1 to 2 business days, they will be out there. Again, it is a free service. So it's the law. You have to do it, and it's free to you. So there is no worry from you what you have to do. You can go to Louisiana811.com as well. You can submit a ticket right there on the website. So you can do it multiple ways. Call or click 811 before you dig. It's the law.
We opened up the playbook and expanded our coverage. Listen daily in high definition on 98.1 HD2. We are 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli?
I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
Do more of what you were born to do.
Barbecue Guys, for those who were born to grill.
You want cheese on your burger, Pops?
I'll take a little cheese.
All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. And with Bayou to You, free delivery right to your door. Need repair? Our service department is ready and available to help you today. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
Join us for a Football Friday edition of Early Line as we make some picks ahead of Week 1 of the NFL season and Week 2 in college football. We also preview LSU versus McNeese State. Join us 2 to 3 p.m., 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions have an echo in so much space. And when you're out there without care, yeah, I was out of touch. But it wasn't because I didn't know enough. I just knew too much.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Shout out CeeLo.
And Gnarls Barkley.
Yeah.
All the personalities.
So this is what I don't understand.
We've talked about
Gnarls Barkley's a band?
I don't know.
But I'm saying, but who else is singing? I only hear him.
I only hear CeeLo
Yeah.
/ Gnarls Barkley.
I mean, then, like, there's no, like...
It's like a Drew Hill situation when the band's named Drew Hill, but it's Cisco singing.
Oh, I have no idea. Now you're way in over my head. The only thing I know about Cisco are Thong Song and Snow Dogs.
Snow Dogs?
Yeah, I think he was like a dentist or a dental hygiene. He was a dentist assistant, something like that in Snow Dogs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Check
That's
out some
it.
Drew Hill. Good R&B vibes.
Okay.
Early 2000s.
Welcome back to OTB. Great way to start today. A little crazy there. And yeah, look, maybe college football fans are crazy. Some of the craziest. It's the best part, at times the worst part of college football, but more good than bad. And so with that in mind, it's been a little crazy around LSU lately ever since the UCLA loss. I mean, everybody's just automatically assuming that everybody's going to get fired, the Oceaneer is done, the team's horrible, and all these sorts of things. And look, that's fine. That's all well and good. But we're feeling gracious on this Friday, right? And so the pessimistic viewpoints, like what went wrong is obvious. What went wrong has been talked to death. So right now, let's look at tomorrow night's game. And let's see what you want to see go right. Like, what are some of the potential positives that you want to see tomorrow night that could give you a bit of faith going forward into the future?
I don't know if they can give me faith. I don't know if there's anything that I can see out there that I'm going to be like, okay, that's fixed. But on the flip side of that, if they don't do A, B, and C, it may be more trouble than I thought. Like, if they can't line up and run the football against McNeese, you're in bigger trouble than we could ever imagine, right?
That's fair.
I mean, you have to. Literally, you have to. Like, you have to show that you'll not only push the pile, but you'll run something a little different.
Yeah, I agree. So to be clear, when me and Jake are talking about we want to see LSU run the football tomorrow, we don't just mean be successful in a rushing attack, right? I want to see, you got to go a level deeper in that. Like Jake said, first off, we want to see different run plays besides just zone left and zone right. We want to see a power, a counter, a horn boss, a jet sweep. I know that I want to see just better technique from across the offensive line. The combo blocks, I want to see that cohesion that was so broken last week. I want to see better pad level. I want to see better footwork, better hands. I want to see push at the line of scrimmage. Again, like Jake said, you can't get pushed this Saturday. That would be a even more major red flag. So, yes, I want to see them run the ball, but it's how they run it that will ultimately decide whether or not we come out of this feeling a bit better about this team. And I want to see, and a lot of that starts with Jake Peets. What did Liam Shannon said the other day? They weren't 100% ready for all the looks they team, basically saying, yeah, we weren't ready for what they threw our way. Well, how do you can you get that fixed in game 2? And then can you become more multiple so that you present a greater challenge to the defense and they can't know exactly what you're doing every single time when you go to run it?
And I'm going to say some different running backs as well. Not that the running backs have all the blame against UCLA, because when you have 4 yards before contact and the other team has 122 yards before contact, when your lead back has -3 yards before contact, it's not all going to fall on the running back, but I'd like to see some different cats in there. I just would. I want to see what some of these young players can do. I want to see, can Josh Williams, the former walk-on, what can he do? I think you've got a very talented room, but talent only gets you so far. You've got to get the most out of that talent. You have to figure out who does what extremely well. We always go back to LSU having success with running backs by committee. And I was a part of a running back by committee that was successful. You know, me, Keelan Williams, Charles Scott, Richard Murphy, Trenton Holliday, we weren't going to be confused with each other. And that's why you have a running back by committee. You all do things differently, and you do what you do well, okay? Yeah. This group can have that, but you got to allow them to go out there. And you have to be creative in your play calling. You have to be creative in the fact that when they're out there, it's not this, right? You have to know that when whoever is out there, everything is up, and you've got to be creative to get the ball in that playmaker's hands with what he does well, right? If you want to run inside zone with TDP because that's what he does well, okay, we'll start him outside and motion him in, do it a little bit different. If Goodwin's going to be, please, our power. If Goodwin's going to be like your scat back and you're going to try to get him on the edges, whatever it might be, well, make sure you don't fall into tendencies, okay? Because you can do it. There is a path to do it. You can do other things when that player is in to make sure you don't do that, but you have a group that all have different skill sets. You have to use that. Like, that has to be something used to your advantage.
Yeah, other things that I'm excited about, absolutely. And that's something that Jake Pete said when he got the job, right, was that he was going to customize the attack and the philosophy to whatever his players' best strengths were. I don't know that I really feel like you felt that in game number 1. But again, one of the rays of sunshine that I keep going back to is that potentially there are so many areas of growth for this team because the coordinators are so inexperienced. The quarterback is so inexperienced. And so you have to imagine that will get better with more time on task.
Great comment from Nookie inside the Bayou 4 chat. Clyde was a one-man running back by committee.
Yeah,
he was. See, that's the thing. That is not the norm at LSU. It's just not.
So George Kramer says, T.O., would be one thing if the guys weren't out of shape, but it's over, man. This is a 5 or 7 loss team. So this is kind of my point with overall today about kind of adjusting your mindset a little bit, right? Sure, that feels true today. If you were a betting man, I think you would probably bet on like 7-5 today, right? And that's all well and good. That's just using history, using past events as an indicator of future events. I think that's very smart a lot of times. My point is, though, that may all be true, but why not still enjoy the journey to get there as much as possible, right? And maybe it doesn't end up being true. So why spend so much time hammering that into your head? If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. So I spend so much time working yourself up and being angry over it and just assuming, like the same way we just assumed last year was going to end at 3-7 when you were 3-5 and Terrace Marshall leaves the team and you got to go to the swamp and you got Ole Miss at home. Like, sure, those things may happen, but let them come and enjoy the journey along the way because this time is fleeting. And, yeah, you got a lot to be thankful for, man. Death Valley tomorrow, Tiger Stadium. Even if you don't go to the game, you can go to the campus, go eat delicious foods. Like our guy Zrao's going to set up his DVA tailgating that everybody loves so much and cook for hundreds of people, and everybody's going to eat and drink delicious Cold Curse Light and hang out and dance. I mean, there's email chains going around about an 07 reunion later in the season. Like, so let's enjoy the journey and take things as they come. There's no point in just being overall defeatist. It just serves no purpose. Again, you are likely right. I am not saying that at all. but enjoy tomorrow because it's going to be a beautiful day in which you get to watch football, hang out, and it's a game like normally. If you had just come out and rolled UCLA, this McNeese game would truly be a nothing burger. Like right? Like beyond like the Cody O and Frank Wilson thing, you wouldn't care. There'd be nothing to look for. Now you have very clear and tangible things you want to see. Like you said, offensively, you want to see a more creative, diverse rushing attack, a more successful one, better offensive line play. I'm excited to see Nussmeier, whatever role that is, when he gets in later in the game. I'm just excited for the people to get to see him. Like I said, he was just a ball of chaotic energy during camp. That was really wild and fun to watch play. I'm excited to see this defense with another game under their belt. The defense have flashed at times last game, but ultimately, through a mixture of scheme, maybe not taking advantage of what their players do best, and a mixture of getting worn down. Ultimately, the defense ended up falling last week, but there were some positive building blocks to build upon. The pass rush was great early on. I mean, if you run more zone, probably those crossers don't kill you. So you can see these things tomorrow. So there's actual tangible things to watch in tomorrow's McNeese's game, and that's pretty interesting.
Any player that we didn't really see in Los Angeles that you want to see, or Pasadena, that you want to see this week?
Well, I would say John Emery, but is he confirmed out as well now?
They'll find out today.
Okay, so they'll find out if John Emery's out. So he would definitely be one.
What about Mike Jones?
I would like to, but if you weren't going to see him last week when you had to cover baby Gronk, I am kind of like, when will you see him, right?
I'm with you there, but I'd like to see them give him an opportunity to see what he can do in a game. Because you don't play at Clemson as much as he did and not have a role in this team. I truly feel that. I'm not saying that he can start in the middle. I know that's what he wants to do. I've said it before. Sometimes we can want to do something, but if we have a skill set that says otherwise, that's just what we have to do, right? Like T-Bob, I don't know. You might want to be a ballet dancer.
I did.
I hate to break it to you.
No, actually, one of the most.
You have one leg that's shorter than the other. You're not going to be a ballet dancer.
You don't even know how close to the mark you've hit. I'll never forget being in, I think it was 2nd or 3rd grade, and we got to go on a field trip to the Fox Theater, and I saw the Nutcracker live. And I had quite literally the most intense daydreams of my life on the bus ride back from the Nutcracker about being in the Nutcracker. It was
so
and I'm gonna pull this dream off, by the way. I haven't forgotten it.
Okay.
The local theater here in Baton Rouge, I don't know what the company is. They put on Nutcracker every Christmas. I've gone and seen it.
Okay.
If you get your kid in there, you kind of have it in for one of the adult roles. And there's a couple adults at the party roles that I think I'd be pretty damn good at. I've already been practicing. So I think Alex needs to be a couple years older, but look for me on that Nutcracker stage, finally achieving the ballet dream that Jake is talking about.
See, so you're the person. You're the person that can't give that up. That's not what you're good at. You're good at other things. You're good at hosting radio. You were good at playing football.
No.
You're not good at ballet.
You're
the person I'm talking to.
I'm pretty good at ballet, though.
No, go do what you're good at. Like, you can chase your dreams, but once that dream's not coming true and you can help in other areas, go help in the other areas. Stop dreaming about being in the ballet, you peg leg son of a gun.
No, I mean, but have you ever seen me pirouette? I mean, how could you say that, dude?
T-Bob, you're in your 30s. It's not going to happen.
There's a reason why they call me Sweet Feet. No, look, in all honesty, the Nutcracker role that I'm aiming for is very Dancing Light. So, like, I don't have to be an extra ballet. I just have to sell it. Okay. And I think I can. So I'm very excited. But yeah, okay. So sorry, you brought up a lot of like emotions for me and dreams and stuff that
I literally chose something that I thought there's no way in hell T-Bob has ever wanted to be in the ballet.
You stumbled right into one of my life's dreams that I'm still working on.
I guess, boys, that's fair. Like, who knows what T-Bob was into?
For some reason, I could totally picture T-Bob doing that.
I can now. Like,
it's
Can we get T-Bob in like a ballet outfit? Okay, we can get.
I mean, there's pictures of me in a Hooters outfit, so it's not so far off. Those are some tight shorts.
I don't want to see that.
Here's a question though: if you're rocking like a full leotard on stage, are you stuffing anything in there? No? Yes? I don't know. I guess we'll just have to cross that bridge when we get there.
I don't know. There's no pockets in there. So you're talking about like wallets and stuff, right, T?
So I think where you were going with this was Mike Jones and this insistence that he wants to be like a true every down middle linebacker.
Right.
Versus falling into the role of, no, I'm a great coverage sub linebacker, which is exactly what you needed last week, and you didn't see it. That's why I don't know if you see him this week, and I would love to, but like I don't know if you do, because last week was the time. Like that was Mike Jones' time to shine. If he didn't play then, I'm kind of like, well, I don't know what's going on then.
I completely understand what you're saying, but he didn't forget how to play football.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know what he's shown at practice. We've been out there. We were out there a bunch, and we didn't see a lot from him because he just wasn't out there a ton. So I wonder what's holding him back there. But I'm just saying those are the type of players that I want to see in this game. Well, because if Mike Jones can't play in this game, come on. It's like, what are we doing? Right? Okay, so I want to see him. I want to see some guys that we didn't see against UCLA that we saw some in fall camp, and let's see if they can help LSU get back on track. Certainly there's some offensive linemen that I want to see in a game.
Well, okay, we haven't even talked about that. You're going to see 2 new tackles. And I don't even think we know exactly who those tackles are going to be
that
yet.
To me is wild. So calling the game on the radio last week, you have your depth chart like right beside you. And just being out there a little bit, I was like, I don't know if this is the true depth chart, but it wasn't. Like you had guys going in positions that they weren't even listed as like the 4th guy at that position. Yeah. Like Hill goes in one play at tackle, then he comes out, then Charles Turner comes in at tackle. And you're looking at the depth chart like it's got Dellinger behind him, it's got Doomerville behind him. Those guys are nowhere to be seen. So I don't know what it looks like, but I certainly would like to see both the guys I just mentioned in a game.
Yeah.
Dellinger and Doomerville.
I agree. I mean, so I know they were really liking Dellinger during camp before he got hurt. I know they really like Bradford's potential, though that remains a bit of untapped potential. Doomerville, you just don't hear about. So I wonder if this will be his chance to shine. And sometimes all you need is an opportunity. I know this is rare, but sometimes some guys are kind of gamers, and you got to get them in there.
I was going to ask you that on the offensive line. Did y'all have a guy that in one-on-ones, man, sometimes it just didn't look good at practice, but for whatever reason, he gets in a game and he's got a guard next to him and he's got a tight end and he just turns it on. Like Carnell Stewart for us, I don't know if you remember. Like Carnell was like that for us. Like Carnell started right tackle for the national championship team, and in practices, Tyson Jackson will get the best of him. Let's just call it like that, okay? Now Tyson Jackson, top 5 NFL draft choice, but it didn't look like in practice he was going to be the guy he was in the game. But when the game came on, didn't matter who we were playing, Virginia Tech, Tennessee, Florida, he held his own. He did what he was supposed to do. Did you play with a guy like that? Is that something that?
I mean, I always felt a bit like that. I hated one-on-ones, right? I mean, I think a lot of linemen would personally identify with that just because it is so much better in the game. But I mean, I'm struggling to come with a name up the top of my head. But I've had plenty of teammates.
I get it. You don't want to throw the bomb squad under the bus.
No, I've had plenty of teammates in the past though where maybe they weren't the best practice players, but when they finally got their chance in a game, they kind of never let it go, and they ended up doing well, and then it just stuck around. So maybe one of these tackles, and even then, nobody's going to take Austin Deckler's starting job or anything like that, or I don't think Cam Wires, or that feels more open. But even then, like, this is a great chance to develop some depth, something that you are really sorely lacking. There's nothing like a little live game seasoning to get a guy better faster. Okay, we're about to go to break here. But George Cribbs says, T-Bob, can't be a good little tiger ostrich and bury my hand in the sand of today. This team is forming considered blow optimal. I just can't escape it. This is not a bury your head in the sand thing. This is not an ignoring of facts. This is just you control your mental disposition. You control your outlook on life. I'm feeling very grateful today. And that's what I'm saying. Let's just all like what's wrong with just acknowledging the facts and then taking a positive attitude into the weekend. That's all I'm saying. I think that's going to set everybody up for a pretty good time. All right, we'll talk more football when we get back. Keep it locked right here on OTB.
Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Go to DonaldSoGlassandBody.com, DonaldSoGlassandBody.com. DGB Auto, go find them on Facebook. They are the best place for extending the life of your vehicle. If you just need like oil changes, general checkup, tires, wheels, brakes, glass, collision, anything. If you get into an accident, remember, the insurance company cannot tell you where to go. The police cannot tell you who gets a tow. The answer to both is Donaldson Glass and Body. And when you work with them, you're going to realize why I love them so much. They're not trying to maximize profit. They're just trying to maximize customer satisfaction, because a happy customer is a repeat customer.
They can do it all over at DGB. You need oil change, certainly you can go across the street. If you need body work, you know they can do that. If you need paint, whatever it might be, framework. Don't forget about the windshield repair and replacement, right? You can't just go anywhere and get your windshield replaced and have it done the right way. They have the technology. All the new sensors and all the new windshields, they've got it covered over at Donaldsonville Glass and Body. Check them out, dgbauto.com.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
Yo, Jake here for Patient Plus Urgent Care Clinic, the place that's going to be convenient for you during an inconvenient time. Look, you hear me talk about my 4 boys all the time, and sometimes things like stitches, well, they happen. And in fact, they have. And Patient Plus is always taking care of us, just like they'll do the same for you. And now with 7 convenient locations across the Baton Rouge area, open from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m., 7 days a week. And also at PatientPlusUC.com, you can sign up for your appointment on the way to the clinic. That's Patient Plus Urgent Care Clinic. Get in and get better.
Service Master Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact Service Master Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. Service Master Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
Oh, hey, what's up? It's Big D and Bubba, 100.7 The Tiger Morning Show. We'd love for you to join us every weekday, 4 a.m. till 9 a.m.
Yeah, everything you want in a show. Country music. We got laughs. We got celebrity in-studio guests. We just need you.
Join us every weekday morning, 4 a.m. to 9 a.m., right where it all started.
That's right. Louisiana's country station, 100.7 The Tiger.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care, it's more advanced care. This is innovating healthcare at Louisiana's #1 hospital, Auctioner.
Starting in 1974, Central Plumbing has served Baton Rouge and surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Through these tough and trying times, we want you to remember that the Payne family is here to continue to support and serve you. As a multi-generational business, there is no job that is too big or too small. Residential, commercial, industrial, hospitality, we're here for anything you need. 24/7, 365. Give us a...
Hey, it's Matt Moscona inviting you to join us for a Football Friday edition of AFR presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. The Riot Radio Hours return, and we're previewing LSU McNeese and Saints Packers. Join us 3 to 6, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. I got Joe Crest, Stranger Things fame. Shout out, Joe, my man. The Crimson Emperor in purple and gold. He says he's got the hookup on Nutcracker, boys. It looks like Bobby Baryshnikov could be gracing the stage sooner rather than later. We'll see.
Who knew that was going to be something we fell into?
I mean, you opened a Pandora's box that you quite weren't ready for. All right now, so I asked Jake during the game, I was like, hey, do you want to talk about like LSU's defense a bit next? And I was like, he's like, bro, we got to talk about something else. So I feel you on that. Okay? The dead horse is there on the ground. We've beat it over and over again. Let's move on. Jake, when you look at this.
It's more like me, myself, and Irene and the cows in the middle of the road. Oh,
I've never seen it.
And
I love Jim Carrey, but I've never seen it. I know. I'm sorry, dude. Every time you try to make a movie reference, I can 50% of the time never get there with you, and I feel horrible for it. I've seen that scene though. He's like a cop or something, and he's like, this cow, and he's like, and he's doing like Jim Carrey stuff.
I love doing radio with Hunt. Did it for a long time. Never did I think I'd be doing it with Hunt here on this show.
Oh wow, dude. Okay, that's fair. Okay, so Jake, when you look at this college football slate over the weekend, what has Jaga Hester most excited?
There's a couple of games that are a little bit off the beaten path, and we can get to some of those. Obviously, some of the headliners are going to be Oregon, Ohio State. Oregon didn't look great. I do think Fresno's probably better than they're going to get credit for. Ohio State scores 45, but they give up 31 to Minnesota. How does Stroud come back in week 2 as a starter? That's a big game. Oregon's got all the disadvantages. It's a noon Eastern kickoff coming from the West Coast. They might be without their best player, Thibodeau, so if he doesn't play, I really don't think they have a chance. They're 14.5-point underdogs in the contest, so no respect given to them either. That one's intriguing to me. Can Oregon make it a game against Ohio State?
You know what's funny, man? I love the brand name matchup. I'm not that excited for it because I do think Ohio State's going to kind of run away with this one. I mean, especially if no Kayvon Thibodeau. I talked about it yesterday.
Thibodeau from California.
Yeah, no idea. No idea. The world, and with an X on the end, right? The world works in mysterious ways. So, I don't know. I mean, a great brand name matchup. I don't think it's going to be too exciting on the field. I'm just out here hoping for a good Cy-Hawk Bowl. That's all I need, dude. Iowa State, first time they've ever been ranked, much less both in the top 10. Iowa
this
crushing.
Game has gritty neck roll written all over it.
All over it. I mean, again, they used to have the greatest trophy in rivalry trophy, one of the best in all of college football, whereas man kneeling and handing corn to a family. Like, what is more Iowa than that? They kind of wished that and got rid of it. I know they called it the corn hobo. But no, so the interesting part about this, or the most interesting part.
The hobo with a stick and a sack on the end?
Well, they just call him a corn hobo. I don't know why. But I mean, look at that. It's beautiful, dude.
Yeah, that is. That will, to your point, like that's going to be a great game. You've got Brock Purdy. You got Hall at running back for Iowa State. And you also have a defense in Iowa that you laid out the other day, just how impressive they've truly been.
Can I name a single Iowa player? No. Okay. But that's not really the point here. Okay. The point is, I know Kirk Ferentz. Like you said, I know this Iowa defense has literally given up the least amount of points since 2018. I know that they have been, I think you can, Jake, they have been dominating. They have been running roughshod over the Big Ten. I think they lost 2 games to start the season last year, and then I want to say they ripped off 6 or 7 wins in a row.
Yeah.
They continue that into this year, kicking the crap out of Tom Allen and Penix in Indiana. Now, granted, the offense didn't look great. Took a couple pick sixes to get it done, but they beat the crap out of him. Jake, Iowa's beating their Big Ten opponents, and I would say it's not, but just to give you an idea of the form they're in. And during this winning streak, they're beating their opponents like an average of like 34-12.
Yeah.
So you're talking about this might be one of the most undervalued team, like kind of dark horse playoff sort of threat. So, yes, well, quarterback Spencer Petras.
There you go.
Does give me cause for concern in that he wasn't the most dynamic last week. I'm taking Iowa plus 4.5 and taking the Iowa money line. I'm doubling up.
You'll be shocked to hear this. Their best receiving option, in my opinion, is Sam Laporta, the tight end.
Oh, I would have never guessed that. I was thinking the other guy.
Iowa.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's fair.
You're kidding me.
That's fair.
I mean, how many? Where are they finding these guys? Go all the way back like Dallas Clark.
The cornfields.
Every time there's a first-round tight end, he's from Iowa.
I will say this, although, and the other part about this, Iowa's won this game 5 times in a row. Yeah. Now, they didn't play it last year when Iowa State was well, I don't know about clearly better, but we think Iowa State was better. But Iowa's won the past 5 games in a row. This is kind of a throw the records out of the window type of game. 6 of the past 9 have been decided by 6 points or fewer. So still, I'm rolling with the Hawkeyes. But like, this is actually my number one game with a bullet in the entire slate that I'm most excited about.
Your
and it's
star
where
in this
college
one.
game day is.
Your star in this one. Like,
Yes.
this is your star play of the weekend.
This is what I'm going to be watching before McNeese while I'm having to sit here with Moscona for 3
Whoa,
hours.
You're doing that again? I thought that was just a road thing.
No, it's I think so. 5 hours before the game, we'll be on for a 3-hour pregame show, I believe.
Oh,
yeah.
Again.
Yeah. But it's not bad in studio because I can ignore Matt and just watch all the
very-
games on these wonderful
Very
TVs. up
true.
here.
Well, he'll just be saying, hold on.
Okay, so what?
The
So
whole
what
time
else?
anyway, so he can talk. Texas and Arkansas.
Yeah, dude.
I know it's going to go two ways. I realize that. It's not going to be like a 10-point game. It's
I
not
agree.
going to be
Texas is going to
like,
win or Arkansas is going to win.
No, like Texas is
Oh.
either going to blow them out or Arkansas is going to win. Like,
Oh,
that's what
yes.
it truly feels
Yeah,
like to
yeah.
me. Now, I think a lot of our old heads, and I'll throw myself in there, remember when Arkansas and Texas were in the same conference. Arkansas fans hate Texas.
Yes.
I mean, it is something that they are passionate about. Okay? This is the first time they've sold this stadium out since 2017.
Yep.
They have got a real buzz in Fayetteville for what this game can be. Just imagine what this can do for Sam Pittman if they win this game. You beat the big brand Texas. You beat the team that got talked about more than any team since they announced they're going to the SEC this offseason. You last year really created some positive momentum for yourself. You go into the state of Texas to recruit a bulk of your players because Arkansas doesn't have great high school football for the most part. I mean, they got good schools, but you know what I'm saying.
Yep.
Like year in, year out, they don't have the prospects.
You ain't going to talk about the Stuttgart Ricebirds like that in front of Brett
That's
Helms.
literally
bro.
like the only
Watch
reason
out,
I
dude.
retracted and I went
Watch
back and
out,
backpedaled because of
dude.
Helmsy. So this
But
game
he didn't go to Arkansas.
Exactly. This game is important for all those reasons. And man, you talk about like I don't want to say program changing win because Arkansas has been, a program with success in the past, but it gets you back to pre-motorcycle accident.
Yeah. This is what I'll say about this game. Look, I actually believe that Sark is going to take Texas back after week 1. I'm just diving into the overreaction pool, and I'm saying he's going to, but I would be upset if I gave Texas that benefit of the doubt and got burned on it. So I'm going to make him prove it again. Like, I'm going to make him prove him one more time because I do like Barry Odom going against a freshman Hudson Card. KJ Jefferson's inconsistent, but if he's locked in, maybe that goes well. And with the Arkansas being at home, the sellout, I don't know if I like Arkansas to win, but I am going to take them plus 6.5. Again, Bijan Robinson's a beast for Texas. Like, I could see Texas and Sark spent all offseason saying that's who they're going to focus on being the engine of the offense, and he was absolutely that. And I could absolutely see Texas dominating this game, but I'm not going to give them the benefit of the doubt quite yet. I want them to prove it again before I start supporting them fully. All right, we need to go to break. When we get back, we'll wrap up our number 1. Coming up in hour 2, I want to get into more of last night's NFL game as well as the NFL weekend. Vita Vea may be the scariest dude on the planet. So keep it locked right here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Go to therelaxationcompany.org, therelaxationcompany.org at Pelican Point out there in Gonzales. Great location, man. Great services. A plethora of services, Jake. You go on the website, you can see them all.
Yeah.
Book times or anything. They just got a new cryo machine. So you want to get a facelift without getting a facelift? You want to take 2 inches off your waist. There's just 5 treatments, non-invasive. And cryo machine's pretty impressive, y'all. Go see the Relaxation Company today.
Hey, and today's going to be the first day that they reopen.
Let's go.
Right? Obviously,
Let's go.
During the storm, they had to shut down like a lot of businesses had to. So they are back open today. And they want to remind you, if you need to reschedule that appointment, you can do it online, therelaxationcompany.org. You can message them on Facebook. Of course, you can always go in, tell them exactly what you're looking for. Normal business hours today. They will be open from 9 to 6 p.m. Go check them out there at Pelican Point. That's therelaxationcompany.org. Check them out on Instagram, TRC Massage.
Our listeners fire off their opinions on the jimsfirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the jimsfirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
I'm Jay Ducote. I grew up learning how to cook at LSU tailgate parties and right in my own backyard. And I created JD's Louisiana Products to bring that Louisiana flavor to you at home for your backyard cookout. JD's Louisiana barbecue sauce, Louisiana molasses mustard, spicy and sweet barbecue rub, and more are available at your local supermarkets or by logging on to jducote.com/shop. Put in promo code CST for 25% off at checkout.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli?
I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
do more of what you were born to do.
Barbecue Guys, for those who were born to grill.
You want cheese on your burger, Pops?
I'll take a little cheese.
All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. And with Bayou to You, free delivery right to your door. Need repair? Our service department is ready and available to help you today. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
This isn't just another day. It's so much more. Kelly's life was put on hold when her auctioneer primary care doctor discovered a rare blood disorder. Her doctor connected her to an auctioneer care team of cancer, heart, and kidney specialists. With multiple primary care locations around Baton Rouge, same-day appointments, and online scheduling, we're relentless about keeping you healthy. Auctioneer Baton Rouge, innovating healthcare for Kelly.
Hey, it's Cade Voisin. It's week 2 in the prep football season, and we get things started Friday at 6 with Louisiana Prep Preview, followed by Catholic High and Acadiana at 7, immediately followed by a full 2 hours of the Lake Urgent Care Lake After Hours Louisiana Prep Scoreboard Show on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Yo, what's happening, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. T-Bob, Jake, Mario, and Danny hanging out with you this morning. We're going to send you off at the end of this hour.
Some good vibes.
With some great vibes heading into the weekend as we prepare to all get together once again and drink delicious beers with the fellas.
Beers.
And that's a gender-inclusive fellas. Ladies are fellas, too.
Oh, no doubt on this show.
The boys, okay? Like Rivers, one of the boys. She'll be in the show later today. But as we prepare for this weekend, we want to send you off with some excellent Friday vibes. Like we said, this is a grateful Friday. Being happy to be alive. A dollop of fall. In the air. And this is how I'm trying to be with the boys this weekend.
I'll be your dream, I'll be your wish, I'll be your fantasy. I'll be your hope, I'll be your love, be everything that you need. I love you more with every breath, truly, madly, deeply do. I will be strong, I will be faithful, cause I'm counting on a new beginning, a reason for living, a deeper meaning, yeah. I wanna stand with you on a mountain, I wanna bathe with you in the sea, I wanna lay like this forever. remember you want to cry. The tears of joy for all the pleasure and the certainty that we're surrounded by the comfort and protection of the highest power. In lonely hours, the tears devour you. I want to stand with you on the mountain. I want to bathe with you in the sea. I want to lay like this forever until the sun.
Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Restore me, refuel me, rejuvenate. Look, man, you want to get back to feeling like your most youthful self, feeling good once again, rolled into bed, rolling out of bed. Feel like how you used to feel, your best self. Rejuvenate Medical, Jake, can prepare you a way and a plan customized to you to accomplish all those goals. They got locations at Dennis Springs, Metairie, Baton Rouge, no matter where you're at. Go check them out today, rejuvenemedical.com.
Yeah, back when you used to hang out with the lads late at night and you could recover after singing a great song and you didn't feel like, man, what did I do? Because you could recover, because you felt like your youthful self. Well, if you want to have that feeling, if you don't want to have fatigue, if you don't want to always have that sluggish feeling, go to Rejuvenate, because they are going to figure out exactly what is going on with you. Got to check those labs, get you on a path to get back to feeling like your youthful self. RejuveneMedical.com, top right corner of the website, 225-230-4201.
Welcome back. We've missed you. We know it's been tough. Because rebuilding your business isn't for the faint of heart. Your business needs a jump start. And we're here to help. Introducing Surge, symmetrical speed fiber internet from eTel Business. Revved up data speeds at 30% off, plus 3 months free. We're glad you're back, and we're here to make your business surge.
Yo, Jake here for Patient Plus Urgent Care Clinic, the place that's going to be convenient for you during an inconvenient time. Look, you hear me talk about my 4 boys all the time, and sometimes things like stitches, well, they happen. And in fact, they have. And Patient Plus is always taking care of us, just like they'll do the same for you. And now with 7 convenient locations across the Baton Rouge area, open from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m., 7 days a week. And also at PatientPlusUC.com, you can sign up for your appointment on the way to the clinic. That's Patient Plus Urgent Care Clinic. Get in and get better.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
If you're in an accident, a car accident, a slip and fall, where you're injured, you need to call an attorney. The defendant insurance company, it's their goal to close the case as quickly as possible and pay out the least amount of money as possible. That's why it's important to call an attorney and call the law office of O.C. Brown.
At the law office of O.C. Brown, we're a family-owned firm. We want to be your law firm for a lifetime.
During these challenging times, we know your healthcare needs don't stop. Cancer, accidents, injuries, and heart disease are relentless. So we are relentlessly innovating to keep you safe, both virtually and in person, connecting you with providers remotely, advancing clinical spaces, providing rapid and accurate testing, social distancing, and certified cleaning protocols. We are Auctioner, and we will not slow down. Auctioner Health, innovating healthcare.
Le posso offrire un caffè? Le posso offrire un caffè? Andiamo insieme da me, non c'è.
Call Mr. Electric today for electrical repairs, upgrades, and installations.
Callahan Injury Lawyers.
Good morning, everybody. It's 7 a.m. on Friday, or excuse me, it's 8 a.m. on Friday, September 10th. Today in Baton Rouge, expect to see clear skies with a high of 84. Coming up on a Friday show here on OTB, presented by All-Star Toyota, we continue to preview Week 2 of the college football season and Week 1 of the NFL. It's also the return of the D-Generation Dome in the third hour. Ben Mintz, Megan Making Money, and Jimmy Ott will all be here to make some picks. You can follow today's show on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN. Watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel or on Cox Sports Television. Make sure to subscribe and set your notifications. Hour number 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, P, they said I got to come off the bench.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Yo.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back. OTB hour number 2 here on this Feeling Good Friday. We still got Rivers coming up later. The D-Generation Dome as well. It's going to be a ton of fun. T-Bob, Jake, Mario, and Danny hanging out with you today as we head into another football weekend. We sent you off with the lads from the pub. What a way to get the tailgate mood right. A lot of people in chat pointing this out, and I did not really fully grasp this. We're talking about, Jake, the first tailgating since the national championship.
Yeah.
That's wild. That's wild to really think about. It's been too long without getting the lads
first one in Baton Rouge since Texas A&M.
Damn. What's that, 50-7 beatdown?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
They could have named it. It could have been 100-7.
Yeah. The night when Joe Burrow came out with the EAUX on the jersey, pointing to the back, the kind of Goodfellas-inspired tracking shot behind him.
Oh, Matt Karen, Chef's Kiss.
Legendary video.
Gosh, I just got chills because being in that locker room, knowing that was Joe's idea as well. Like that wasn't someone hey, it'd be pretty cool if you did this. He's like, no, I want to show the people of Louisiana how much they have meant to me with accepting me and, this feeling like a second home. And I want to do this. Right. And then to be in that locker room to see when they laid that jersey out on the table kind of for the first time. And how beautiful that looked, and then puts it on. He runs out there, and it was kind of like he was thinking, you think this would be tight. He was kind of asking, you think they'll appreciate this? Because I want them to appreciate it because I'm doing it for them, so I can show them my token of gratitude. There, I'm like, dude, you do this, they're gonna talk about this forever.
And here we are,
talking about 2 years later,
remembering it. Good times.
Can we just maybe even get that on this screen? Just thank
oh,
you.
There it is. Look at it, dude. Did somebody ever remake this video with the Goodfellas music behind it? Because that would be pretty fantastic. But look at that. That is Tiger Stadium at its full potential. When it doesn't happen often, but when Tiger Stadium comes correct and it reaches that ceiling, it is unlike anywhere else on earth. A literal,
without question,
football cathedral.
The best part about this is
I miss our boy Jimmy Burrow too. Shout out to you.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, the whole crew actually. I mean, mom, dad, brothers, everybody.
Yeah, the ultimate horse down. You're right, Mario.
It didn't I think it didn't obviously hit until they put it on the big screen because obviously you couldn't see that. You couldn't see that there was a different. That's not what you were paying attention to. But when he pointed it out, the roar of the crowd. It might be the second biggest roar of a non-football moment in Tiger Stadium. USC Stanford score, it's hard to beat. That might challenge it right there.
Look at old Stoic Joe too. This is one of the only times where it feels like you can see the emotion kind of creeping through the facade, right? He's still holding it in for the most part, but it's a little curl of the lip, a little quiver of the eye, the repeated kind of wiping of the face. You can tell that he's feeling some type of way right there. That's about as much emotion as you'll get out of him.
Oh, yeah.
If he's not on a football field scoring
that's one of the
touchdown
reasons why he's so good, because he
your
holds
throat.
his emotions no matter what are going on,
Him counting the touchdowns up against Vanderbilt. What a year it was. And how far away it feels now. But hey, you know what they say. Better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all. And so you tasted that sweet national championship fruit. Who knows when the next time will be? But again, we're focusing on today, enjoying the journey along the way. Jake, we were talking about other college games that we're excited for. After A&M Arkansas, I don't know, for me, I got more picks. Like I think Michigan's going to roll Washington. I would actually
in that game is telling you be foolish because Washington loses to Montana. First time like in 100 years or something, right? Michigan looks good in week 1. Do you trust Jimmy Harbaugh?
So
is that what we're doing?
No, okay. So I completely understand what you're saying. And the only reason why I feel so confident in this pick, because absolutely Washington is not as bad. They were ranked. They're not as bad as they looked against the Grizz, right? Like everything should be taken with a bit of a grain of salt from week 1 in that regard. Nobody's probably as bad as they look. Nobody's probably as good as they look. But Washington wants to play big boy football. Like they want to play like I formation power. Like, okay, that's fine, Washington. But that's what Harbaugh's been doing for years. And not very successfully at times, right? But that's against better teams and I believe better athletes than what Washington has. So if you're going to try to play like big boy, like the Michigan Big Ten brand of football, but with Washington's athletes against Michigan's, I do think that that's a big advantage for Michigan. And so I think they cover the 6. That's how I ended up there. It's simply because of the style that Washington is trying to play. And again, even though they're not that bad, when the Missoula, when the Grizz defensive line is getting after you, then I'm a little concerned about what comes next.
I think that's a fair way to get there. And if it wasn't Harbaugh and what we've seen from trusting them in the past, it'd be an easy pick. And this game is in Ann Arbor. That's obviously a plus for them. Anytime a West Coast team has to travel, you always worry about that. We'll see. We'll see if they get Harbaugh'd. There's another game that's not a ranked matchup that I'm looking forward to. Maybe nobody else in Baton Rouge cares about this one. It's Kentucky and Missouri.
Yep. Where's that game? Is that in Mizzou?
That's Lexington.
Okay, that's in Lexington.
The game is in Lexington. So this is a game to me that will tell you a lot about the pecking order of the East. Kroger Field, by the way, in case you're wondering. That game.
Kroger Field?
Kroger Field, yeah.
What, you say that like, do you just love Kroger?
No, it's just fun. Yeah, it's a grocery store.
I know. No. You've never been there?
No. I grew up going to Kroger all the time.
Oh, okay, me too. It was in Atlanta. It was in Atlanta as well.
City, yeah.
So that's where we always went, was Kroger.
So this game is really going to tell you a lot. I think it is. Like, Missouri, I think, has got a really good quarterback in Connor Bazelak. I think Eli Drinkwitz has got his team believing, all that type of stuff. But
Bad
Kentucky has Will Levis. And outside of eating rotten bananas, he actually played really well in week 1. I realize the opponent, but Kentucky showed you that they're willing to open it up. They showed you that they're running a different offense with Cohen as the offensive coordinator. We know they've got Chris Rodriguez and Kavasier Smoke at running back. We've talked about them in length. Josh Ali on the outside was somebody I had question marks about. Could he step up? He has 5 for 136 in the opening game there in week 1. The defense is really, really solid. Their offensive line, every time I say this, people look at me sideways. The offensive line is potentially the best in the SEC. Just put on the tape. If you don't believe me,
isn't Darrell Rosenthal a backup? Yeah. And
where would Dare Rosenthal and he got
starting left tackle, maybe even like an all SEC type of candidate we were thinking.
Yeah, and he might play his way into that rotation. I mean, they lost Landon Young and still, right? He got drafted by the Saints and still, like, Drake Jackson started for 3 years at Kentucky. He's gone, but they still just replaced him. They've done a really nice job of recruiting that position. If they go out and they dominate Mizzou, I'm going to talk about him as maybe the 3rd best team in the SEC.
Over A&M? I mean, look, yeah,
I think
Haynes King, he has a lot to
we talked about this on pre-gaming the SEC. Me and Doring did. I think it's a group. Right now it's a group. After week 1, it's A&M, Ole Miss, Florida, and Kentucky. That's the group that you could have that argument with. This game, if Kentucky goes out there and beats Mizzou soundly, then I think they go up that pecking order. Texas A&M's got a very interesting matchup as well, having to go to Denver to play Colorado. The altitude, we'll see if that affects them. I think that's a nice, solid test for them. Colorado is probably better than we're giving them credit for. Not saying they're going to win the game. It's a 17-point spread, but I think Texas A&M is going to have to really.
Are you taking Colorado plus
go
17?
into their bag of tricks? I don't know yet. We
I think
we haven't got to the dome yet.
I've already made my decision. I'm taking A&M to cover.
Okay.
And the only reason why is Colorado's bringing a true freshman quarterback to bear. I mean, I'm not particularly impressed with Haynes King, but like
Texas A&M's basically bringing a true freshman.
No, they are. Absolutely,
He's a redshirt
absolutely,
freshman.
no doubt about that. But it's against the Colorado defense versus the Texas A&M defense. Like you think, do you agree? I mean, the defense is one of the best in the entire country for A&M.
Oh
right?
Yeah, that's your strength.
That's what I'm saying. I just think that's going to be a bit too much for Colorado to overcome.
Yeah, again, not saying Colorado's going to win the game by any means, but how they look in the game is what I'm paying attention to. All right, Ole Miss got Austin Peay. You're not going to learn anything from them this week. When you look at Florida, they've got an interesting dynamic playing out at quarterback. Everyone just assumed it was going to be Emory Jones. And I remember over and over again during the summer when we would do shows together, when we just text back and forth about how the season's looking, right? He'd be like, don't forget about Anthony Richardson. I'm like, okay, Emory Jones has been there a long time. He's been waiting. He goes, look, no. This guy's from Gainesville, Florida. I've seen him play his entire career. He's going to have a chance to really make an impact on this team and maybe get snaps away from Emory Jones. Now, he was only 3 of 8 through the air, but he is dynamic as far as what he can do on the ground. He had 7 carries for 160 at the quarterback position, a 73-yard run. So that's another dynamic to watch with the Florida Gators. So I think we'll start to really get a feel of where everybody's at behind Alabama and Georgia this week. Even in some of these contests that could potentially be blowouts, I think we'll learn a lot about who maybe that third best team is.
Yeah, so a lot to be learned in the SEC this week. I'm also, the final college game that I'm really excited for outside of the SEC is the Holy War. Utah at BYU. I like Kalani.
Utah has dominated. Was the last 9 in a row?
9 in a row. They didn't play last year, though. Another one where it was kind of BYU's year to seem like break that streak with Zach Wilson and everybody, and they didn't get the chance to. I'm rolling with BYU. I'm rolling with the Cougs here. +7. We'll see. I have no great reasoning.
No, you're getting a touchdown. Utah didn't look great in week 1.
And I mean, I don't know if Arizona's any good, but BYU beat Arizona in Las Vegas. The Cougs, by the way, as we talked about going into this game, the great irony, BYU now 10-3 when they play in Sin City. Nobody loves Sin City like the Mormons. I did see a hilarious picture. So I think they played that game in the Raiders Stadium. I'm not 100% sure. But somebody, I still follow like 5 or 6 BYU people from when LSU played them. So I get a lot of random BYU information.
Wait, you still follow, like what?
Yeah, on Twitter. Yeah, like my guy Benjamin Criddle, some others.
How many people do you follow?
Like 4,000, something like that.
Oh my God.
I like having a chaotic Twitter feed.
How do you keep up with anything?
You got a couple of thoughties mixed in there. You got a bunch of LSU
you're actually
people.
You're 3276.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I keep it chaotic.
I don't know about that ratio, T. 3276.
Yeah, I put no stock in the ratio.
I'm at 803.
I put exactly. See, you're like making like what's what I'm looking for?
Executive decisions.
Well, yes, you're like putting thought into like.
Oh, every person I follow, I do.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, this person's got to get cut. You're just not bringing it anymore. Like,
right now,
get out of here.
Right now, I want to cut 3 people off this list so bad.
Just so you get to what, 800?
Yeah.
No, I
during
don't
the break,
care
I'm cutting 3 off.
I don't care about the ratio. I juice it up. I follow people on a whim, unfollow at a whim. But yeah, so I still follow a bunch of BYU people, and they were tweeting pictures of the soda line versus the beer line in Vegas, and it was amazing. The beer line was empty. What? Like it was like 1 or 2 people in line, nobody else, and the soda line was out the door. It was backed up all the way out the door. Which I don't know, is that Diet Coke? I didn't think Mormons could have caffeine. I don't know.
I didn't think so either.
Just very wholesome from BYU there.
It's complete opposite. So in the Rose Bowl, my wife was at the game, and she said it took longer to get a drink than it did to get in the actual game.
Wait, where at?
At the Rose Bowl. Like an alcoholic beverage. Said it took longer than the whole process of like getting out of the car, getting in the stadium, getting in your seat. Took longer to get
a very
drink.
lax game day process. It's so funny coming from LSU.
And we thought, like in April, is this game going to be played? They moving it to Vegas? Are there going to be so many restrictions? It's like, Nah, man.
Dude, they don't even.
Nobody even wore a mask in the game.
They don't have anybody operating the elevators.
No.
There was like, I asked like 4 people where the press box were.
How wild was the press box location? You had to take like 6 elevators to get there.
And one guy was like, I don't know, bro. You got to ask somebody that looks more important than me. I was like, all right, you know what? I appreciate that actually for sure. Like, I wouldn't know either. Why should you know? But yeah, it was. There's the picture. Yeah, look, that's it. Look at the soda line versus the beer line there, dude. Shout out BYU. Love it. I forgot what I was about to say. So let's just go ahead and go to break. And we get back. I want to talk about last night's NFL game and look forward to the NFL weekend that will be. Talk a little Saints Packers, Jake. I know that we are going to force you to start to break down the Saints more. And so I kind of want to know where your head's at with the New Orleans Saints this weekend and kind of what you're looking at.
This will be the first time I watch the Saints game from start to finish. Probably since, let's see, who the quarterback have been?
Aaron Brooks?
Probably
Well,
Aaron
guess
Brooks.
what? Number 2 is back, baby.
There we go.
Let's go, dude. Number 2 is back in a big way. So, yeah, somebody's hating on that and hating on Aaron Brooks, and that's all well and good. But Aaron Brooks won the franchise's first playoff game, okay?
I hate this debate. I'm sorry. He was so good in the beginning and terrible at the end. I don't know why this is so.
Wait. What?
No.
Aaron Brooks.
Yeah. You hating on Aaron Brooks?
No, not at all.
You're hating on Aaron Brooks.
I'm just saying.
Aaron Brooks was
people defend.
Yeah, I can't tell. Are you defending Aaron Brooks or are you hating on Aaron Brooks?
I'm doing neither. I just don't know why this argument makes people so passionate. Like people either say he was terrible or he was great because he has those records. I think it's very easy to come to the conclusion that he was great in the beginning, then he got the contract, then he was terrible towards the end.
Jeff Blake that was supposed to be the starter?
Yeah, I think so.
He unearthed him. He
Mario,
was the starter.
I like that. That's the exact coexisting truths that I was trying to bring around with Coach O right now. So I feel you on that, dude. I think both those things are true. And so, but yeah, so you can get good, right? I mean, even if he is Aaron Brooks 2.0, you can have some good times along the way. All right, coming up next, NFL. Keep it locked right here. Okay, back.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
CentralPlumbing.org, CentralPlumbing.org. 925-8552 is the number, 925-8552. You're going to be eating that tailgating food this weekend, bro. And washing it down with tasty beers, man. I'm just saying, you never know what kind of pressure you're going to put on your plumbing. And if any pipes burst, right? Pipes burst with pressure. If any pipes burst, you want to go to centralplumbing.org. It doesn't have to be anything that extreme. Just bottom line, any plumbing needs, they're your one-stop plumbing shop. They've been at it for 50 years.
All right.
They got a huge fleet. They can solve it all. Just go to centralplumbing.org.
I'll throw a game day scenario, get back to the house a little bit later. You've been outside tailgating in the game, right? Sweaty, stinky. You got to take a shower before you go to bed, and the whole family's trying to shower at once, and you run out of hot water. But if you had a tankless installed by Central Plumbing, you wouldn't have to worry about running out of hot water because it's endless hot water, right? You just run that shower for as long as you want. They can come do that. They'll install it. Check them out online, centralplumbing.org.
Just make like a homemade steam room.
Yep.
We opened up the playbook and expanded our coverage. Listen daily in high definition on 98.1 HD2. We are 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Follow us on Twitter at 1045ESPN to cast your vote in the Citizens Bank and Trust poll of the day. Vote daily inside Off the Bench, Hunt, and Hill, the early line. And after further review, Citizens Bank and Trust brings you the poll of the day via Twitter at 1045ESPN.
To the heroes who are working tirelessly to care for our communities, we thank you. We will never forget the countless hours you dedicated on the front lines, choosing to risk your own health to fight for our friends, neighbors, and family members.
I mean, you guys are out on the front lines fighting it.
We are grateful for your heroic acts and unwavering spirit. Together, we are overcoming this adversity and make our state healthier and more vibrant again. Ochsner Health.
Make this summer your backyard party year with Chris's Specialty Foods. Wings, burgers, brisket, steak, and boudin, plus great Cajun side dishes. We do all the prep, and you enjoy laughing with friends and family. Chris's Specialty Foods, Millerville, New Orleans, Prairieville, and Frisco.
Everybody loves Chris's authentic Cajun meat.
All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million-mile powertrain warranty. And with Bayou to You, free delivery right to your door. Need repair? Our service department is ready and available to help you today. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
Yo, Jake here for Patient Plus Urgent Care Clinic, the place that's going to be convenient for you during an inconvenient time. Look, you hear me talk about my 4 boys all the time, and sometimes things like stitches, well, they happen. And in fact, they have. And Patient Plus is always taking care of us, just like they'll do the same for you. And now with 7 convenient locations across the Baton Rouge area, open from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m., 7 days a week. And also at PatientPlusUC.com, you can sign up for your appointment on the way to the clinic. That's Patient Plus Urgent Care Clinic. Get in and get better.
Front to Back Boat Service has been family owned and operated for 30 years. And the Sherman family is NMEA certified. That's the National Marine Electronics Association at Front to Back. They are committed to improving the safety and technology of marine electronics through installer training, interface standards. And look, the fall and the winter, it's the perfect time to do that yearly maintenance you've been putting off. Get those parts you've been wanting. So schedule your appointment today at Front to Back, North Airway off of Airline Highway.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents.
Join us for a Football Friday edition of Hunt and Hill. We'll have Lisa Ann talking fantasy football in week 1, Sharif Ishak on Saints and Packers, and wrapping up our prep for LSU and McNeese. Join us noon to 2 weekdays, Hunt and Hill on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
It's a good vibe song. It's a good vibe. Good vibe here.
It's nostalgic.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, right? Good vibe. Reminds me like being on the sofa. 1999 TRL maybe. Probably still Carson Daly. Middle school years.
It reminds
trying to figure out what's what.
Big
plans for the night. Going to the movie, stopping by the payphone. Didn't have a cell phone.
Oh boy, the movies were
date.
hitting back in the day, dude.
8 years old, eating up some bagel bites. Life is good.
Hell yeah.
A bagel bite's like in the oven or the microwave?
Oh, in the oven, definitely.
Yeah, there you go.
Do y'all remember Mondos? Did y'all ever drink Mondos?
Yeah, Katie was talking about that the other day.
I used to eat goldfish and drink Mondos and watch BET all the time. More than TRL, actually.
I mean, both. I mean, they both had their daily countdown of shows.
A late night BET, though, when your boys in 6th grade was nice. It reminds me, Genie in the Bottle specifically reminds me of the pop star wars. Specifically the female pop star wars, where you had Britney versus Christina. Like, Britney bursts on the scene with Hit Me Baby One More Time. Christina's up here with Genie in a Bottle. I don't remember the Jessica Simpson or Mandy Moore hits at the beginning because they always felt like they were like maybe
Mandy
right
Moore
underneath.
Candy. Hey, I'm just saying. I don't really remember any Jessica Simpson ones, but I just remember her Chicken of the Sea.
But that was the time. Yeah, I mean, look, that's a great show. Jessica and Nick Lachey. It was an awesome show. But yeah, at the time, there was a real battle going on for the pop star throne.
There was.
And who's the most relevant nowadays? I mean, Britney's in this horrible battle over her conservatorship, where I think her father just ended.
Ariana Grande's big, right?
No. I mean, out of those, who's the most relevant? Out of that 4, Jessica. So
I don't know. Mandy Moore was on This Is Us.
Mandy Moore's on This Is Us.
Pretty big one.
Mandy Moore was the voice of Rapunzel in Tangled. She
was
in
a shark
47
movie.
Meters Down, the shark movie.
Yeah.
But Christina Aguilera's on The Voice, and I think people love The Voice, don't they?
I think they do.
Like, she probably makes mad money on The Voice. And I think she married Blake Shelton. I have that
right?
right?
No, that's Gwen Stefani.
Ah, damn. Is Christina Aguilera even on The Voice? Or is that all Gwen Stefani?
They alternate, I think, don't they?
I don't know. I don't watch
I think they alternate. I don't watch it either, but I think they alternate chairs.
Yeah, we'll say that. It's like 1 week, it's
No,
like
no,
Christina
it's
Aguilera,
like
the
seasons.
next week
No,
it's
I truly
like,
think this is
okay,
right. I
okay,
think it's
okay.
like by seasons. Like sometimes you'll have Adam Levine.
Okay.
Sometimes you'll have
Howie
Nick
Mandel?
Jonas.
Is he on there?
No,
Oh,
he's
Nick Jonas is on there.
Howie
No, he's
Mandel's the
America's
other
Got
show.
Talent.
He's
America's
the,
Got Talent.
Yeah.
People don't know this. So Jessica Simpson has not been in the public eye.
I can't get you watching BET Uncut out of my mind.
Yeah, bro. Mondos and goldfish
BET
on deck
Uncut.
in the basement alone.
Oh, you scummy man.
Scummy little chubby sixth grader.
With cheese biscuits in his cargos.
Yeah. Well, that was a bit later. That was high school. The cheese biscuits.
Well, that
in the
was
cargos
high
were-
school?
Yeah. I mean, that's when I could drive. I had to have the biscuits on deck.
I thought that was like 12-year-old T-Bob.
No, for those that don't know, I was I would go to Fogo de Chao or any of those Brazilian meat houses where they offer you those delicious cheese balls, right? But the thing about those things are those like bread cheese balls is that they expand in your stomach, right? You can't maximize your meat intake if you're eating them there. So I just used to wear cargo shorts and I'd stuff them things down in there, then throw them in the car. And for a couple of weeks, you got tasty cheese balls on deck. It's a genius strategy, quite frankly.
Like the sanitized process was what? To get them sterilized.
What do you mean?
Like, because you can't just have cheese balls like sitting in your glove box.
Yeah, I don't think they went bad. I mean, I just had them sitting in the
Not
center
even that.
console.
Like, you didn't have like them in a Rubbermaid or.
I think I might have had them in a Ziploc. No, not those cheese balls.
Not those
Danny.
cheese balls.
Those are delicious.
Those are
too,
delicious, by the
Don't
way.
play with me, Danny.
Don't hate on
If you
those
brought a
cheese
tub
balls.
like that in here right now, I would eat that entire tub. I swear to God.
I thought that's what y'all were talking about.
No. He's talking about something that like those are so processed. Those aren't going bad.
No,
he's talking about
no.
something else.
Yeah, but they stood the test of time. I mean, I feel like I ate like week-old cheese balls out of the center console and they were fine. But they may have been in a Ziploc. So
That might be why you call Central Plumbing a lot.
yeah, it's
Might have messed
entirely
something
possible. T-Bob was reciting Tip Drill. Yeah, actually, Tip Drill, fun fact, filmed at the very not safe for work music video, filmed at Ray Buchanan's house, the old Falcons cornerback. You remember Ray Buchanan?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. There you go.
How about that?
And look, I know that Jessica Simpson's not famous anymore, but did y'all know? I think she's made she sold either a clothing line or something to Walmart. She's made like hundreds of millions off it. So that's why you ain't seeing Jay Simp anymore. She made that. She got the bag.
I was doing
and she's chilling.
some quick research. It was Dillard's, not Walmart. I saw Jessica Simpson sold something to Dillard's.
Okay, that's what it is. There you go.
A lot of people get Dillard's and Walmart mixed up.
I mean, dude, I don't know. Either way, a giant store that has made money forever. Is this true? Does Blake Shelton make $10 million a year
off just The Voice?
That's wild, dude, bro. The Voice be hitting,
Blake.
Okay, to your point, here, Mario. I think Bilbo Baggins and Ariana Grande took over on The Voice this season. All right, what are we talking about?
I don't know.
Somebody asked, T-Bob, give me some of your biscuits. No, dude, get your own. No, I would share my cheese balls.
No, you wouldn't.
Okay, yes, I would.
No.
Yes, I would.
Did you share them with Caitlin, who you were dating in high school?
I don't think she would eat them.
Yeah,
I think she was a little grossed out by it.
Pretty smart.
By what I was doing there. But hey, how bad did you smell in middle school / high school?
Oh, T.
Wow, dude. That's what y'all think of me?
I don't know.
To be fair, not great all the time. It took me a while to come around to deodorant. And I still always don't.
See, but like, what do you mean? Like, you had older sisters. Like that
Yeah.
should not have happened. Like Cammy should have been like, T-Bob, you stink.
I don't know.
You smell bad.
I know.
Unless they were trolling you.
Maybe I don't stink. I don't have any armpit hair, really. So maybe I don't stink.
You're Matthew McConaughey. You like the smell of your own musk.
Potentially, yes. There could also be that. I mean, you sit by me every day. Do I?
Never smelt you.
You never smell me?
Not one
once.
time. No.
Okay, only about 50% of the time I'm wearing deodorant. So how about that? Huh? Yeah, I guess it's got a beautiful natural musk, I guess. Alexander saying Lil T-Bob had a cheese ball in his cargo shorts pocket, jamming a Nickelback. We did get in a debate yesterday. I guess, so on the LSU Football Podcast, great job. If you listen past the end, there's a lot of music talk after we end the episode, a little secret Marvel Easter egg for those that stuck around. They all love Paramore. I hate Paramore. I don't hate Paramore. I never had any... I never cared for Paramore at all. I would
Give me a
Nickelback
Paramore. Give me a Paramore song.
We'd have to play it. I can't even
do it during
sing
the break.
it.
How about that?
Yeah. We'll try to figure out. Well, this went a lot of different directions. No, I did not dip in 8th grade. Kids, you should wait till you're of age. This went a lot of different directions. When we get back,
absolutely dipped in 8th grade.
No. Young Bob was a very now. Yes, everybody liked to do the finger snap thing, right? Because Ali G used to do it. Booyakasha. Which, by the way, the Ali G show, one of the all-time greats.
God, I love a good ADD segment on a Friday.
It's
Football Friday. What are y'all talking about? Great things.
What the hell? Look at this. Mark Cumby just looked it up. Blake Shelton makes $13 million per season for The Voice. They do 2 seasons a year. My man's collecting $26 million a year to be on The Voice. What do? You just listen to people's songs. You slap the button.
That show is so bad.
Oh my God, dude! I mean, shout out, dude!
That's
Shout out
more.
Blake Shelton. Let's honor the king today.
That explains why he's been there so long.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's more salary than I think anybody in the Saints secondary right now.
Yes, easily, right?
Yeah.
26. I mean, that's quarterback numbers, dude.
Yeah.
There's a handful of people. Like TJ Watt is now making more.
I don't know if
than
Tommy's making that.
Probably not. Probably, maybe
he's always
with
taking,
like his
he's always taking team discounts.
Well, yeah.
Just 1 year he's making $14 million.
And he's got his like crypto thing going on now that you're seeing the commercials for and everything. Like he has other revenue streams, but pure NFL salary, no. Blake Shelton's probably making more than him. I don't understand this at all because I don't know music well enough. Avo Marzwane says Paramore's great value version of Flyleaf changed my mind. All right, we'll go to break, and when we get back, we will actually maybe talk a little Saints and see if we can get Jake to try to like preview a little Saints game on Sunday. That's right, a little Saints Packers preview from Jake. Coming up next here on OTB.
Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Go to All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com. All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com. If you want to make sure that your vehicle's running right, maybe you got the smell of musty cheese balls stuck in your old vehicle, it's time for a new one. And you want to go see All-Star Toyota right there off of Airline like I did. You get great deals when you buy from there, like Toyota Care. Like, I don't know what it is because I just kind of agreed to a lot of stuff and signed a lot of stuff. But I was like, yeah, that sounds good. But like, I've never had to pay for any services or anything, right? I mean, like, the oil changes, all that, it's just included. Thanks to All-Star. So get that by going to All-Star Toyota.
Yeah, we always tell you about all the different things that you can get over at All-Star. Of course, now is a great time to trade in your vehicle, get that new vehicle, so many different options. And, of course, if you're looking to rent a vehicle, maybe you got damage on your car from the storm, maybe you're taking a trip, like whatever that reason is, go check out the rentals over at All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com. They got something for everyone, different per day pricing, great pricing as well. All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli? I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
do more of what you're born to do.
Barbecue Guys, for those who were born to grill.
You want cheese on your burger, Pops?
I'll take a little cheese.
If you're in an accident, a car accident, a slip and fall where you're injured, you need to call an attorney. The defendant insurance company, it's their goal to close the case as quickly as possible and pay out the least amount of money as possible. That's why it's important to call an attorney and call the law office of O.C. Brown.
At the law office of O.C. Brown, we're a family-owned firm. We want to be your law firm for a lifetime.
Introducing Vizzy Lemonade, the only lemonade hard seltzer with antioxidant vitamin C. It just hits different. All new Vizzy Lemonade. Step up your seltzer game.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment.
Join us for a Football Friday edition of Early Line as we make some picks ahead of Week 1 of the NFL season and Week 2 in college football. We also preview LSU versus McNeese State. Join us 2 to 3 p.m. 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
What did Mario do?
I mean, I let it play for like 30 seconds. I don't know what more you want from me.
Yeah, I thought the timing on that was pretty good. You think you didn't let it breathe enough?
Judging by the face fall, I think so.
It's called a chorus. Got to get to it.
Paramore's horrible, by the way.
Terrible.
We tried listening during the break. It's like nails on a chalkboard. I'd take Nickelback 10 out of 10 times over Paramore.
I mean, I felt like it was just aggressive. It was real aggressive.
Yes.
Like the intro is like real aggressive, real loud.
Like, you're right. That's exactly what it is. Welcome back. Before we get to Saints, let's revisit last night a little bit. Any how did it feel to have a little NFL football on the TV screen?
I felt great.
It did, didn't it?
It felt great, man. Me
hanging out on Twitter, like it's a giant bar room.
Me and the boys, like the boys wanted to do a fantasy league, and they're old enough to understand players and stuff. The older boys, obviously not Memphis, who's 5, but they want to do fantasy. So I'm like, guys, we got to do it tonight. Like, there's a game like in an hour and a half, and so we set it all up. We were rushing. We were having dinner. We were picking our teams or whatever, and we're trying to get all the guys in the lineup. And this is like the first time for me that like me and my boys sat there and we watched like full 3/4 of a game together, my older boys, and they understood what was going on. So it was a lot of fun for me last night.
Did they get to stay up and finish it or no?
No.
Wow.
They made 3/4 though.
Damn. You made him go to bed?
Yeah,
or they were tired? Or you made him go to bed?
A little bit of both.
Wow.
Now I let the older stay up and watch it. It was his birthday. He turned 12. He asked. I'm like, yeah, but get the 8-9-year-old man. They'd have been hellions this morning if I'd have let them stay up.
That's fair. But Jackson got to stay up at least.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's going good.
Our house is an interesting dynamic because, as y'all know, we got Chargers, Chiefs, Broncos, and then Knox because of Devin White, and Devin coming over to the house and him knowing him. He's got a Devin White jersey, so he's fired up last night.
Is that every house? Or is that a function of growing up with a dad who played in the NFL? Because it's kind of funny, but me and my brother were the exact same way. I was just a huge front runner as a kid. Like, I would just go whichever the wind was blowing. I got into the Packers when they won that Super Bowl in '96. Then I read the Monday Night Football Quarterback Club, or the Monday Night Football Club books, which were awesome. And in the first book, the guy transforms into John Elway, and that got me into Elway. And then like 2 years later, they were winning the Super Bowl, so I was real into those teams. And then I loved Mike Allstott because I got to play some football, fullback in Little League football. Yeah. And then so I was really into the Bucks. And then they randomly won a Super Bowl. So, like, yeah, I was just, And then my little brother was like, he loved Jerry Rice, so he was a Niners fan. Then he became a Raiders fan when Jerry went there. And so, yeah, we would just kind of go wherever the wind was blowing.
Yeah, and my boys, I'll say they're like completely spoiled, by the way. Like, because Clyde would come over to the house, like, Thanksgiving, we'd cook when we didn't do anything. Katie would cook. Guys like Clyde and Terrace Marshall, guys that didn't, Terrace didn't have somewhere to go. He's from Shreveport, so Thanksgiving. Devin, kind of the same thing. And
is it NCAA violation? It doesn't matter. Okay, sorry.
I don't think so.
Nah, it's fine.
Yeah, they're gone
It's
anyway.
fine, dude. Yeah, the NCAA's feckless. It
Look,
doesn't matter.
by the way, like if you can't have like a meal from someone who's trying to give you like a sense of home,
no,
like, you know what I mean?
I'm just joking.
Hey,
because like kind of,
hey, but real though, like who knows?
Like kind of it might be, but it doesn't matter.
So they built relationships with those guys over the years, but so they're kind of the same way as far as players. For me though, I was weird. Like I was ride or die with the Saints growing up. Like there was no player. Like if I loved a player for the Saints, when he went elsewhere, I forgot about him.
You were like that boy Wolf on Twitter.
Like Pat Swilling, you go to the Raiders, bye. Sam Mills, you go to the Panthers, like bye. Like I'm so mad.
Dat Boy Wolf is one of the best follows on Twitter.
Bobby Hebert, you go to the Falcons, get out of here.
Every time somebody leaves the Saints, Dat Boy Wolf immediately unfollowed, all caps, unfollows him, no matter who they are. They're dead to him.
I was kind of the same way.
Yeah.
Like I was so mad, like when certain people left the Saints, because I had no idea. Like my mind had no idea.
The cannon flying the Falcon wings around the Superdome.
Had no idea about free agency. You doing what's best for your family, getting your opportunity. In my young mind, you just deserted the Saints, right?
Yeah.
That's what you did.
No
Like
doubt.
Sammy
No doubt.
Knight when he was a safety and he left. Like Sammy Knight.
Yeah. Okay, so with that in mind, Jake, we're now going to have to rediscover your youthful passion for the black and gold and the Houdat Nation. How are you feeling about Sunday? A game where, okay, who are all the Saints going to be down? So Marshall Lattimore is good, right? I mean, like, yeah, he's good. He's good to go. We haven't heard anything. Is Deontay Harris good? Did he ever come down for that officially?
No, it looks like they're both playing.
Okay. So that's big right there. We thought those guys would be out. So there is no David Onyemata. There's obviously no Mike Thomas. There's no Will Lutz, which I absolutely hate. Like that's maybe actually in a weird way you could argue the biggest impact. I mean, look at last night, right? If Greg the Leg isn't just crapping the bed. I mean, where was that, Greg? Where was that a couple years ago, Greg? I actually played with him in St. Louis. Good guy. Great leg. But like look at the impact that had on last night's game. And now I understand you don't have Will Lutz. It's not ideal. No David Onyemata. But, and then obviously no Bradley Roby either, as he's serving the last game of his own suspension. How are you feeling about Sunday? 3:45.
So, all right, I'm trying to present this and not make it sound awful as far as where I'm going here. Like, so a team like Auburn in college football.
Yeah.
My question was, what's your identity? Who are you? What are you going to be? Because I just didn't know. You had so many different things in the year before.
Bo Nix throwing for like 7 touchdowns.
Oh, he threw for 4, I think.
Yeah. Nobody scored 60.
He was 20 of 22.
Ooh.
But it wasn't like I'm hating on you, Bo Nix. It wasn't like I was praising you. Like I honestly had no idea because there were so many different parts that weren't the same as they were a year ago. I kind of feel like that about the Saints right now. Even though the players are in place, it feels like a different season because Drew was there for so long and you knew what to expect, and now you don't. And now you've got different weapons that are out because of suspension or because of injury. You've got some intriguing young guys mixed with some intriguing vets. You drafted kind of in a way that none of us thought you would go. So it's intriguing to me. I don't know what the identity of the Saints post Drew Brees is truly going to be. So I'm excited to see like what they do with the offense because we talked about it being different. Jameis is not the same quarterback as Drew. He can do some different things.
Yep.
There's things that Drew was limited in that Jameis can do.
Air yards. By the way, how is Tom Brady still throwing the ball like that? I mean, what's going on?
Rejuven me.
The guy, yeah, exactly right. Yeah, the good Rejuven me. The really good Rejuven me. No, I'm saying. No, look, I don't know. I'm not casting aspersions. Well, I guess I just did. But whatever. I just said I'm not, so now you can't say that I am. But yeah, I mean, did you see the Hail Mary last night at the end of half? That thing didn't even look like it stressed him, and that was like an easy 60 through the air, dude. It's just, I don't know what's going on there. It's wild. Let me ask you this, Jake. Yeah, and yes, to your point, Jameis should be able to do similar things, right? It's same thing you saw with Callaway in the last preseason game that we saw. He was taking the top off the defense. That's back in play, finally.
No, but we just didn't we hadn't seen that. And you didn't need it because Drew was so good at what he did.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not taking away from what he did. He's one of the best to ever do it. But it's going to look different, I think. And how do they use Alvin Kamara? Like, how do they use him now with this offense that's going to look different? Right? I actually think it opens some more things up for him. I think you can do some different things with him because not everything's going to be so at the line of scrimmage or intermediate. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be 15 yards in. You're going to have to make defenses worry about 15 yards and out now because you have a different arm talent.
Yeah, Sean Payton customizing a game plan for Teddy Bridgewater and Taysom Hill, while effective, was very unexciting because of the limiting factors on those guys. Sean Payton crafting a game plan for Jameis Winston has the potential to be very exciting. I think, look, if the Saints are going to win, Marquez Callaway obviously has to show up in a big way. Answer me this, Jake. Let's say Marshawn Lattimore shuts down Devontae Adams, holds him to 2 catches for 17 yards. You think the Saints win that game?
Yes.
Okay. The dollop
I
now.
still feel good about the Saints' rush defense. And I know who they're missing in the middle. Malcolm Brown's not there anymore.
Yeah.
I still feel good about their run defense. You're not that dominant, have that many pieces of that dominant run defense come back, and me just assume because of one or two guys that's just going to go to hell. I truly feel like they're going to stop Aaron Jones. But at what cost? That's going to be the question. At what cost? What do you give up because you're wanting to stop the run?
Yeah. And then, I don't know. He just, obviously, Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. A weird offseason for Rodgers. How about this? I was thinking about this the other day, too. So we mentioned when we were talking when we were talking Patriots, Dolphins, we were talking about the potential of Mac Jones and the Patriots to break the Dolphins' psyche. What if this undermanned Saints team led by Jameis Winston, a lot of guy who people view as like a punchline of the NFL, what if they go beat the Packers game 1? You want to talk about a Green Bay fan base that would start to melt because of all the drama of the offseason? You want to watch a Green Bay fan base turn on Aaron Rodgers immediately? Let them go lose this game. There's so much potential for cracks to appear and be widened out in that organization right now, and a loss to an undermanned New Orleans Saints in Jacksonville in Week 1 could be really impactful, and I would love it.
You think so? You think that would be a loss that would
I
send
can't
ripple
speak to the
effects?
locker room. I can't speak to the locker room, but
No, I'm talking about from the outside. I'm not talking about from the inside.
Oh, among the fan base?
Yeah,
stuff?
you think so?
Absolutely, dude. The fans were already getting sick of Rodgers.
What if this game was in New Orleans? Does it being in Jacksonville, does that change the narrative?
Yes, I think being in Jacksonville, if they lose that game, I think it makes it look even worse for Rodgers and company. And then it makes them feel even worse about it. Because if you lose in the Dome, that's a bit more understandable. I hope they beat Aaron Rodgers because the Who Dat Nation owes him going on all those freaking hard counts in an empty Superdome, just driving the point home that no one was there last year. I'll never forgive him. All right, closing up hour number 2. Then hour 3, we got Rivers, DGen Dome, and more coming up. Keep it locked right here on OTB.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
All right, go inside the App Store right now and download the DraftKings app. Football is back, and now you get to play football on DraftKings. Baseball is a lot of fun, and you can still do that. You can still get the 10-man lineup, and you can play baseball daily, which is always exciting.
Oh, yeah, draft Albert Pujols.
There you go. But you also have football now, and you got a chance to win $1 million. $1 million this weekend. Only $5 per entry, right? So go ahead, go enter into that NFL contest. It is the $5 million Fantasy Football Millionaire Contest. Select that lineup and go win some money. Over 300,000 prizes in this one instance. Go check it out, DraftKings.
So it gets even better, $5 per entry unless you use the promo code Baton Rouge. Now, you still do a $5 deposit, but you get a free entry into that $1 million contest, and you use that 5 however you want with the promo code Baton Rouge. So all one word, promo code Baton Rouge. We love DraftKings. Download DraftKings today and experience the sweat.
Our listeners fire up their opinions on the jimsfirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the jimsfirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Starting in 1974, Central Plumbing has served Baton Rouge and surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Through these tough and trying times, we want you to remember that the Payne family is here to continue to support and serve you. As a multi-generational business, there is no job that is too big or too small. Residential, commercial, industrial, hospitality, we're here for anything you need. 24/7, 365. Give us a call, 225-925-8552.
Oh, hey, what's up? It's Big D and Bubba, 100.7 The Tiger Morning Show. We'd love for you to join us every weekday, 4 a.m. till 9 a.m.
Yeah, everything you want in a show. Country music. We got laughs. We got celebrity in-studio guests. We just need you.
Join us every weekday morning, 4 a.m. to 9 a.m., right where it all started.
That's right. Louisiana's country station, 100.7 The Tiger.
All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. And with Bayou to You, free delivery right to your door. Need repair? Our service department is ready and available to help you today. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
Service Master Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact Service Master Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. Service Master Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona inviting you to join us for a Football Friday edition of AFR presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. The Riot Radio Hours return, and we're previewing LSU McNeese and Saints Packers. Join us 3 to 6, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Esther and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
You look like a Meg Ryan character. You did like big Meg Ryan vibes going on today. For sure. Okay. A very kind of 90s-esque pantsuit, but like you know, 90s-esque.
This has shoulder pads.
Yes, brought into the new millennium though, mixed with the denim.
I'm wearing
which
90s
the kids
mom
are into.
jeans.
Yeah.
Do y'all I remember
once
doing
again.
like the laundry when I was a youth, and I'd be folding the laundry, and my mom's shoulder pads would always fall out of whatever she washed, and like she'd be looking for them almost like they were socks.
The shoulder pads are disconnected?
You can.
You can, yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Because when you wash stuff,
wow.
it's the same with. Oh, I'm okay. I'll stay for a second. Thank you though. Looking out. Good looking out.
What a guy, Danny. What a gentleman.
Such a gentleman. He doesn't speak to me on the way in, but he will get my chair for me.
Wow, dude, she still hates you.
That's just really the LA vibes that he has.
He's just.
I was like
he's
doing
playing
like
hard to get. It's
Technical
working.
That's what it is.
Danny.
You're right.
Danny, it's working. You're hard to get. I'm one of those girls. So
Wait, so what
I'm
were you
into
saying
it.
about shoulder pads?
You can take them out because it's the same thing as like when they make sports bras for girls now. The pads are removable. I don't know if you've ever noticed those things, but like they're like all over my house because they make them removable so you can wash the garment
You're just
without
gonna
the
lose them.
pads. They're everywhere.
Yeah, that'd be horrible with something
It's
like
awful,
that.
but they do the same thing for shoulder pads. Any type of thing you got to.
I mean, I can't even keep track of like socks.
It's
How the hell am I
very
supposed to
similar
keep-
to socks.
Like, how the hell am I
Well, the
supposed to keep
dryer
both
eats
pads?
socks for sure.
Yeah,
That's
and,
known.
and like, can you mix and match pads? Are they all? Is it like a standard uniform size?
For like shoulders, yeah, probably, and then
Okay.
same for bras. Last night I was doing laundry, and I was like watching TV, doing laundry, and
Me
I
too.
got to the end of the laundry, and I found I was matching all the socks last.
Yeah, that's what you do.
And it all worked out. I had all the socks.
Whoa.
And I sat there for a minute, and I was
Did you play the lottery after?
I don't know. I was like, what do I do now? Like, usually this is where I'm trying to just like find a place to put these like 3 extra socks.
I mean, that's what
You have a lot of
that's true. I have a lot
humans in your house.
We've
so.
been focusing on trying to be positive today, trying to be gracious and feeling good, and what a great way to start the weekend.
It's a great feeling.
And having all your socks. By the way, I do have my I have my Vlade Divac and Jason Williams white chocolate socks on today.
How am I?
I think you just wanted an excuse to show off those fly shoes.
Way too stretched out.
We're
on
2
my,
hours and 55 minutes, and you just dropped this on me.
Look at white chocolate, dude.
I know.
Look at how sick he looks. Even though he does look a little stretched on my fat legs. But look at Vlade, dude.
Vlade's flopping on that leg.
That's probably the best brand of socks. Stance socks.
Stance socks are
Shout
good.
out Stance.
I agree. I have like
You're looking to sponsor?
I have like 4 pairs of Star Wars Stance socks
They're
as
great.
well. Oh, any like thing you're into, they have socks for. If you've ever, wanted to customize your socks.
We'll be back.
Mimosas in hour 3 next.
Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Go to Gotro's Outdoor Power, Jake.
You're right about that,
Get
T-Bob.
that hustler.
I'm a hustler, baby.
That's right.
Check out all the hustler equipment they have over at GoChosOutdoorPower.com. As T mentioned, all your zero turns, residential or commercial, right? If you've got a lawn service and you want to get the best mower, Hustler is the way to go. But if you're just cutting your own yard, Hustler can do that as well. Can do it very efficiently as well. Don't forget about the power equipment. You got a pressure washer. Maybe you need a generator, right? Just had a storm. You were out power a couple of weeks. You didn't have a generator. You're in the business now to look for a generator. Go check out Gotro's Outdoor Power. Check out that Hustler generator, zero turns. They got it all over at GoChosOutdoorPower.com. Too.
Yeah, dude, you can get 0% financing for 42 months, Jake. 0% financing for 42 months with Gotro's Outdoor Power, Louisiana's #1 hustler dealer. So get that zero-turn mower. Stop with the push mowing stuff, okay? Let's upgrade with GoTrosOutdoorPower.com.
Follow us on Twitter at 1045ESPN to cast your vote in the Citizens Bank and Trust poll of the day. Vote daily inside Off the Bench, Hunt and Hill, The Early Line. And after further review, Citizens Bank and Trust brings you the poll of the day via Twitter at 1045ESPN.
This isn't just another day. It's so much more. Kelly's life was put on hold when her auctioneer primary care doctor discovered a rare blood disorder. Her doctor connected her to an auctioneer care team of cancer, heart, and kidney specialists. With multiple primary care locations around Baton Rouge, same-day appointments, and online scheduling, we're relentless about keeping you healthy. Auctioneer Baton Rouge, innovating healthcare for Kelly.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli? I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
do more of what you're born to do.
Barbecue Guys, for those who were born to grill.
You want cheese on your burger, Pops?
I'll take a little cheese.
I'm Jay Ducote. I grew up learning how to cook at LSU tailgate parties and right in my own backyard. And I created JD's Louisiana products to bring that Louisiana flavor to you at home for your backyard cookout. JD's Louisiana barbecue sauce, Louisiana molasses mustard, spicy and sweet barbecue rub, and more are available at your local supermarkets or by logging on to jducote.com/shop. Put in promo code CST for 25% off at checkout.
All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. And with Bayou to You, free delivery right to your door. Need repair? Our service department is ready and available to help you today. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
Callahan Injury Lawyers.
Good morning, everybody. It's 9 a.m. on Friday, September 10th. Today in Baton Rouge, expect to see clear skies with a high of 84. Coming up today on OTB OT, presented by All-Star Toyota, it's the return to the D-Generation Dome at 9:45. Megan Making Money and Ben Mintz of Barstool Sports will be here to make some picks, as well as the Ott father, Jimmy Ott. You can follow today's show on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN. Watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel or on Cox Sports Television. Make sure to subscribe and set your notifications. And if you missed hours 1 or 2 of the show, you can now catch that up at the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. OTB OT, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, P, they said I got to come off the bench.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Yo.
Yo. What's happening, y'all? Hour number 3 of OTB, popping bottles. The cup says cheers on it. We're having a gracious, gratitude-filled Friday, trying to maintain some perspective on this Friday about everything you have to be thankful for. We have moved on from a scooncha fall to a dollop a fall. Obviously, at this time, there are still a lot of people in need here in the Gulf Coast region, and there's a lot of different ways to give. I don't want to screw this up. I have a couple links that I want to put out there, so we'll get to that a bit later. We'll come back next segment with it. And then, look, today, 16 years ago, Jake and his team were playing Arizona State in Tempe, Arizona because of Hurricane Katrina. The PMAC was housing evacuees, as was the indoor facility. I mean, it was crazy, right? Tomorrow, 20 years ago, was September 11th. Obviously, a date in and of itself, which was an extreme experience and a horrible time for so many. But then even the ensuing 20 years and the sacrifices of thousands upon thousands of people and millions of people. The point is, yeah, you lost to UCLA, okay? Get over it. Stop moping. Be thankful for what you have. It's a beautiful Friday. You've got friends. You've got family. Be thankful to those that make the sacrifices so we can enjoy football season. I mean, it's NFL week 1. It's a good day to be alive. And so a huge thank you to everybody who's served in any way whatsoever over the past 2 decades to make sure that we can come in here and act stupid and talk about socks and leg hair and drink champagne and mimosas. Huge thank you.
That's well said.
That was very well said. I want to say more, but I'm like nervous. I don't want to mess that up.
But you did have an interesting story about Mississippi State in relation to September 11th.
So I want to assume that I was at this game. I truly cannot remember, but Mississippi State and South Carolina, they were the first game post 9/11. And Ben Portnoy, who was a beat writer for Mississippi State recently, and now he actually writes for South Carolina, wrote a really, really great article about it this week. If I'll retweet the link so you can tweet it out or read it. But he just talks about the game. He talks about the week leading up, and then the teams being in the locker rooms, finding out that the first plane hit the building, and then the second, and how there's no TVs in the locker room, so they're all huddled around radios. And even the South Carolina quarterback talks about how he had done something to his finger, and so he was with a trainer in a room, and he remembers the moment they're like messing with his finger, and he's watching it on television happen. But so that 9/11 happened, and then this game happened September 20th. So they canceled the games the week after, and they were the first up, and the White House even talked to the SEC commissioner and was like, look, we want this to happen. We want this to happen for our country, for our people. And so they had to do a lot of work. There were a lot of
ton of security concerns all over the place.
There was a lot of security, and that was one of the things they talked about is how obviously you had to put all this security in place, but they didn't want it to feel that way for the people coming to the game. So that was logistically something they had to deal with. And then, you have these players. I want to say the deal was that South Carolina, they didn't want to get them there too early. I don't know how early do the players get there?
SEC trip the day before the game.
Okay, so
mid-afternoon.
They had plane trouble, and then they had to push it back to the day of the game. So they got here, and everyone's just nervous. It's a lot. You get on the field. The players, they unwrap the flag across the field. The players are the ones holding the flag.
Yeah.
Jackie Sherrill, who was Mississippi State's coach at the time.
Talked to them yesterday.
Oh,
great human being.
I love him so much. His daughter actually sang the national anthem. She had just graduated from Texas. She was a singer, but she didn't have any gigs,
Yeah.
But she talks about how nervous she was, and because
It's a big national anthem.
She wanted to get it right, and everyone who remembers it talks about how beautiful it was. She said she blacked out for most of it, like she was just so nervous. But people were crying, obviously, and it was just silent. There was like 22 seconds of silence afterwards, and then usually at Mississippi State, after the national anthem plays, someone yells, "Go to hell, Ole Miss."
Yeah.
And can I say that?
Yeah,
Sorry.
As is tradition.
And somebody ends up yelling. I think it was so quiet, you can't hear anything on the broadcast. And then someone yells, "Go to hell, Bin Laden," or something. It makes the broadcast.
Wow.
It was just this moment, and then the whole stadium just goes up, and Mississippi State ended up losing. But whatever. It was it was about the moment where you're all together again, and you just start to feel like we are together and we can do this thing. And I don't know. I mean, I told you last night when we were texting about it. I don't know. Every year, I know we're 20 years removed from it, and maybe every single year we get away from it. It feels like we're farther from it. Like it's not as important. But I don't know. Every single year, I just talking about that football game and even thinking about 9/11 and where I was. I get really emotional. I do. I think about all the people who are in those towers and around the towers and the people it has affected since, and it's just a lot. So I think it's important, even if we do feel removed from it by 20 years, I think it's important to talk about it every year because I don't want it to become one of those things that we just forget about.
That's fair.
Yeah, I think it's one of those moments. I think everyone listening, everyone here, it's one of those moments you know exactly where you were when you found out. I mean, I was in the parking lot at Evangel. I remember the first one whenever it hit, you thought accident. You didn't think terrorist attack or anything like that. And then when you found out, no, this is something where it's an attack on New York City, and just the rolling the TVs into your classrooms, I'm sure as everybody did, and trying to watch that, it was absolutely wild. We actually played, so that was on a Tuesday. We actually played a football game, one of the only ones in the country. I don't know how many were played. We played Lufkin, Texas. We traveled to Texas that Friday.
Whoa.
That Friday. And it was almost like just this eerie feeling, like playing the game. Like the game is just, I can't even remember anything really from it.
Yeah. Right.
Definitely remember like the national anthem in that game. You could hear a pin drop in the stadium. I mean, it was an unreal scene. And I don't even know like why we would have played that game. I don't know why we would have done that because a lot of games were getting canceled, but that was their decision. They were the home team, and so we traveled there, but it didn't feel like a football game. I can't remember one play from the game.
That's what I don't remember being at the Mississippi State South Carolina game, but I'm sure I was. I was in 7th grade. I lived in Starkville. That's where I would be on a Saturday night. And so I don't know. It's just, and you talk to people who did things in the week following where they gathered with others again, and you don't really remember what you were doing. You just remember that you were all together again.
It was definitely a weird time too, being in like junior high, 7th grade, I think it was. And it was just such a weird, maybe even 6th grade. I think it was 7th.
You would have been in 7th.
Yeah, it was 7th.
I was a sophomore. Yeah.
It was definitely a weird time where, it's a pretty young age to see all that go down, and you didn't really understand what was going on because you never experienced anything like that up to that point. And then it was like the threat. Like now it's easy to sit here as an adult and be like, it was in New York, and like of course like somewhere in rural Georgia or something, or like Starkville isn't gonna, nothing's gonna happen there. But it felt like very like,
the football players talk about that, like the Mississippi State players, because this was the very first college football game happening after 9/11, and the football players talk about that. their safety was a thing. Like, eyes are on us.
Right,
People
yeah.
are watching us
Yeah.
again. This would be an opportunity for somebody to do something if they wanted to. And so I can't imagine being a player in that game.
Yeah, I remember. So being in Shreveport, President Bush flew to Barksdale Air Force Base, which is in Bossier City, which is like Port Allen to Baton Rouge from where we were. The city shut down. You couldn't get on the roads. And even being a sophomore and being able to drive and just not fully understanding like the magnitude of what was going on, like the entire city of Shreveport and Bossier City, Louisiana shut down because the president was coming there.
That makes sense, right? I never thought about that. Because if you were trying like a next level attack, that would be something you would do. Be like, okay, you're going to evacuate him here, so you got somebody set up.
Well, they didn't know.
And you have all the stealth bombers there too, and you're like, man, wait a minute, like, is this, so?
Well,
oof.
Apple put out that new documentary. I think it came out last week.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
The 9/11. And they talk about that. I remember. I guess I didn't realize they were in Louisiana, but they talk about how once they got him in the air, they had no plan. They had no idea where they were really going to take him. They didn't want to tell anybody, and they figured that was the safest place for him is in the air. And then all of a sudden, they're in Louisiana. The media members on the plane had no idea where they were going, and it was kind of a fight between President Bush and the Secret Service trying to figure out where they were going because obviously he wanted to go back to D.C. And they were like, "That's the last place you need to be right now, sir." But yeah, when they were like, and then they took a left to a base, and I was like, are they going to Shreveport? I guess I never realized that part of it. It's a very good documentary if you haven't.
So the B-52 bombers, that's what Barksdale Air Force Base is kind of known for. So they have all these big bombers there. So that,
Damn.
In the documentary, they talk about how they're flying in the air and they don't have, I'm not going to say this wrong. Usually you have maybe fighter jets around Air Force One when you're flying somewhere. They didn't have those. And there's a media member talking about how he looked out and finally saw a fighter jet like flanking the plane. And that was the first time he said that he realized maybe being with the president was not the safest place you could be. Because he was like, normally when you're with the president, you're like, I mean, this is the safest I can be in this country.
Yes,
and in that one moment, he thought, oh, maybe I'm wrong. Like maybe this is not where I want to be. Yeah. So, I mean, the documentary is great if you haven't had a chance to watch it.
So huge thank you again on behalf of everybody here on Team OTB. A little, like we said, a moment for reflection, for gratitude, and it doesn't have to be. I mean, whatever emotions come up, right? But it doesn't have to be sad. This can be a celebration of everybody who stepped up in that time and again has provided the world in which we live in nowadays. So, like for the rest of this hour, we're gonna have fun. We're going to continue to talk about the upcoming weekend. We're going to slide in the weekend presented by Small Sliders. We still got Ask the Bench coming up. We got D-Generation Done Season 2 joining. Rivers and Jake are joining the mix.
Okay.
So we got a full squad now. It's going to be Mintz, Megan, Otter, myself, Jake, Rivers, and then Team Oshner as well. The doctors have pulled their medical brains together. Let's see if those nerds know anything about sports. We'll figure out. All right. More OTB next when we get back.
OTB. OT.
Go to All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com. All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com. You need a new vehicle. All-Star Toyota is there for you. You want to rent? They have better rental deals than your traditional rental companies, right? And so maybe you want to dip your toes in the minivan waters with your boy. But remember, look, whether you buy Toyota certified used vehicles, brand new ones, or you lease, All-Star has the answer for you, and they have great deals and things like advantages like Toyota Care, where, like, again, like I said earlier, I haven't paid for anything, like in any of the checkups or oil change or anything. It's all included. So just go to All-Star Toyota, see them off of Airline today.
Yeah, T's right. It is a great time right now to check out those new vehicles, and you're going to get great value for your trade-in, right? You drive by some of the car places around town, not a lot of vehicles there, right? They are looking for your trade-in. They want your trade-in so they can get you that new vehicle. Oh, look at there. The new vehicle. Check out all of the midsize, full-size SUVs. Check out the van, the trucks, the sedans, the hybrids, you name it. They've got it. All-Star Toyota BatonRouge.com.
We opened up the playbook and expanded our coverage. Listen daily in high definition on 98.1 HD2. We are 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, We've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All Star Toyota today.
If you're in an accident, a car accident, a slip and fall where you're injured, you need to call an attorney. The defendant insurance company, it's their goal to close the case as quickly as possible and pay out the least amount of money as possible. That's why it's important to call an attorney and call the law office of O.C. Brown.
At the law office of O.C. Brown, we're a family-owned firm. We want to be your law firm for a lifetime.
During these challenging times, we know your healthcare needs don't stop. Cancer, accidents, injuries, and heart disease are relentless. So we are relentlessly innovating to keep you safe, both virtually and in person, connecting you with providers remotely, advancing clinical spaces, providing rapid and accurate testing, social distancing, and certified cleaning protocols. We are Auctioner, and we will not slow down. Auctioner Health, innovating healthcare.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Make this summer your backyard party year with Chris's Specialty Foods. Wings, burgers, brisket, steak, and boudin, plus great Cajun side dishes. We do all the prep, and you enjoy laughing with friends and family. Chris's Specialty Foods, Millerville, New Orleans, Prairieville, and Frisco.
Everybody loves Chris's authentic Cajun meat.
Hey, it's Gabe Voisin. It's week 2 in the prep football season, and we get things started Friday at 6 with Louisiana Prep Preview, followed by Catholic High and Acadiana at 7, immediately followed by a full 2 hours of the Lake Urgent Care Lake After Hours Louisiana Prep Scoreboard Show on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
OTB OT with Hester and T-Bob on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and 94.7 ESPN Alexandria.
Rivs, big Marvel gal.
I feel like
Who knew?
this is the perfect song for my shoulder pads.
I
Little
did,
David
it's just
Bowie.
the perfect show, and you're kind of killing it right there. I like that. What was it? Yeah, no, Rivs
Did my,
got into...
did my shoulders throw you off?
Yeah, I love it. Rivs got into Marvel, I think, a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm. I had never really seen any of the Marvel movies, and so I started from the beginning, and I watched them all in order. Well, watched them in the order that they happened in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I did. It took me, I don't know, not as long as it should have. I got through all of them, and it was leading up to, I want to say, the Avengers.
Maybe it was like Endgame or
Endgame, and
Infinity
then
War.
It wasn't Infinity War. It was the one before.
Endgame.
Okay, and then I had to wait for Infinity War, obviously. Yeah. But and now I haven't really had time to watch any of the shows. So finally, I was like, I got to just rip the Band-Aid and do it. So I have this thing about needing to do things in order. I like watching them in order. So I went through WandaVision. I finished it. I won't spoil it for anybody, but I enjoyed it. I mean, I didn't hate it. It was fine.
Very creative.
It was
Yeah,
very
very
creative. I didn't feel very emotionally invested
That
in
was
it
my issue with it,
until
yeah.
the very end, and even then, it wasn't that. And maybe it was because the episodes were so short, but also, and I like Vision and I like Wanda. I don't know. I just
I do like the whole. Well, I love the actor who plays Vision too, randomly.
Yes,
but I do like
yes.
the whole ship of Theseus, like
Yes,
philosophical
of
thought,
course
right?
you
Like
did.
if you have a ship, okay, right, and like over time you replace every single plank in that ship, is it still the same ship that it was originally? I mean, it's still called the ship of Theseus. Like it's still you've been on it the whole time, you've been working on it the whole time, but literally every single piece of it is new.
Yeah, I think it's still the same ship.
I think so too. I think there's a lot of power in names.
Yeah.
And so I kind of think so too. But
that was something
whatever.
they talked about.
WandaVision gets into that very heavy.
So, anyways, I finished WandaVision, and then I guess the next move would have been Winter Soldier.
Falcon and the Winter
yeah.
Soldier.
Mm-hmm. And I just couldn't get that excited.
T-Bob can't either.
Did you like it?
Didn't you love it?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought I talked
to
to somebody who was
No.
like, "Man, I loved it," and
No.
so I was like, "I'm gonna disappoint."
It was my
someone.
least favorite of the three.
Okay,
There's a
so
couple cool parts.
I just didn't watch it. I just skipped to Loki.
Loki's
and I'm 2 episodes in, and oh man, it's so good. I'm so ready to go home and like
The actor that plays
find a time when my
Loki,
kids don't need me.
I'm all in. Like he makes me feel like that's a real person.
I was not always there with him either.
Loki.
Tom Huddleston.
Tom Huddleston plays.
Tom Hiddleston?
Yeah, I was not always.
Was
there
it
with
because
him
he
either.
dated Taylor Swift?
No. I just didn't love his. I didn't always love his like vibes or something. I can't
got
fully explain it.
Great vibes in Loki.
Yes, and Loki is fantastic.
He and Owen
and he's
Wilson,
so good looking and like
oh.
well dressed with his tucked in shirts and suspenders and everything.
Did
It
they
just looks
write
so cool?
the Owen Wilson's character for Owen Wilson?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. It feels really good to see
The
Owen
script
Wilson
is
back on the
like-
screen though.
I feel like they were like, just be this person, and he came up with the script himself.
Yeah, so and just wait, because Loki completely blows things open and sets things up to get really
excited about it.
interesting here in the future. I can't remember if we were supposed to talk about sports or something here.
Hey, how about
Facebook glasses?
how about Mississippi State? The Dogs comeback, 20-point fourth quarter
In
comeback.
12 minutes.
I thought the other Dogs, Louisiana Tech, were going to win the game.
I was already over it, and I was irritated, and I was like not even watching the game. I'm like doom scrolling on Twitter, you know.
I hate
And
doom scrolling.
I was just, it was bad. And I look up, and we had scored, and I was like, okay. But I'm still mad. We're not going to win. I'm still like scrolling. Then we score again, and I was like, well, now I'm in this predicament. Can I pay attention to the game, or is it that I'm not paying attention that's helping us?
Yeah, because you have a bad track record, right? Of
I'm a
something about
very
like
bad
being at the game.
luck charm.
This is one of
Yeah.
my wife's pet peeves, though, is this idea that we convince ourselves
So
that
I
us
stopped-
watching or not watching
So I
has
kept
any
doom
effect
scrolling.
on
I was like,
oh
I have to
my
keep looking at
Oh, we
Twitter.
absolutely do. We affect it.
No,
Yeah, we
no.
What if I
don't buy it at
stopped and all of a sudden, we just lost it? And
get
oh
it.
my gosh! And then that kicker. But then I found out in real time.
I mean, are you not a little guilty about what y'all did at Louisiana Tech? Like, that's really mean. Y'all are about to make their
No.
year. You're about to make
Louisiana
fair,
Tech's had
Leavenworth.
enough
What are we
wins
doing?
where like it would have been a good win, but it wouldn't have made.
It's Mississippi State. Are you serious? We're not
Bro.
Alabama. Why would we
Beat an
feel
SEC
bad?
team,
Hasn't
La
Tech
Tech
beaten Mississippi State?
Yeah, they did a couple, like
Yeah,
2010.
they-
I think
around there.
Kroom played
2010,
them.
that's
the first
11 years,
But
boy.
I'm
I'm
saying
pretty
Louisiana
sure-
Tech's got a lot of like my man Sean Cangelosi, Louisiana Tech beat Alabama a couple times. So okay, they're
I think someone tweeted out something like the Mississippi State starter pack or something. It was like Kroom versus La Tech. I'm pretty sure he lost to them. Like,
Okay.
whatever.
Tech
No, do
almost
I
beat
feel
Johnny
bad? I don't
They
feel
almost beat Johnny
bad.
Manziel in A&M. Like Tech's fine.
I do feel bad for that kicker. I can't help it. That's just like a human thing.
Absolutely.
It's a lot of pressure. And in real time when I was watching it, I didn't realize it had been blocked. I was just like, oh, did it get to him so bad that he didn't even make it to the field goal? It just dropped in front of it.
Yeah.
But it got blocked. So then that made me feel a little better for him. But we got Mike Leach hard.
You got a tough
we
one
got
this
the
week.
full Mike Leach experience on Saturday.
Yeah, like that is
It was-
truly the full Mike Lee.
It was
So wait, who do y'all have this Saturday?
NC State.
Oh, that's right. I think y'all are gonna lose.
Okay, we'll chill.
Oh, yeah, no.
Let's chill.
Jake's the one that convinced me. He keeps talking about NC State.
I'm high on NC State, and I was high before they played South Florida. And I know South Florida. I understand what they are, but that's a team that was really good. Like they're 8-3 last year. NC State was, and they returned a lot of the same people. So,
like during the game, I'm going to read these two. Like while I'm doom scrolling, I see this tweet. For absolutely no reason at all, I'd like to point out Mike Leach Washington State teams lost non-conference games to Nevada, Rutgers, Portland State, and Eastern Washington. And I was like, great, cool.
He's horrible at beating small
teams. And then
teams.
we started coming back. So that was Brett Hudson. And then Chrissy Freud, who is now, she was writing for LSU. Now she writes for Mississippi State. She tweeted out, since it looks like we've got a comeback in the making, here's another fun fact about Mike Leach. In the 2006 Insight Bowl, Texas Tech rallied from 38-7 third quarter deficit, ending the game with a 44-41 overtime victory in Minnesota.
Wow.
So I was like, okay, really, the full Mike Leach experience.
Wow. That's what Mike does. Yeah, I did say I was going to say that a lot, not Rowan Wilson. Okay, we're actually going to leave a little bit early now because Degeneration Dome's a little stuffed, a little overstuffed now. We got a lot of picks to get into.
I can step out if you need me to.
I was about to say, I've never made a sports bet in my life.
Come on.
You know that? Never made a sports bet in my life.
What does Regina George say? Get in, loser, we're going shopping?
Yep.
Okay, get in, losers, we're going gambling. Okay? Hop in. Coming up next, Degeneration Dome Season 2 or Degeneration Dome Part 2. If you
tried to make Scoonch a thing like they tried to make Fetch a thing. So I guess I get it.
You have said that several times today.
By the way,
we've moved on.
Do you know how many texts and how many messages I got today about a scoonch of fall being in the air? But again, I want to clarify. We have moved from a scoonch. Today is a dollop of fall. We are beyond a scoonch.
Yesterday,
is it a dollop or a dollop? I'm a redneck.
I think it's DOLLUP.
I don't know.
Dollop. It's like a dollop a daisy.
Yes.
You know, like.
Thank you.
So
sour cream. Exactly.
Sour
That's what
cream.
I said.
Obviously. Yesterday was the very first time I got out of my car. It was around noon.
Yeah.
I was kind of in the shade. I was walking to my front door and I thought,
T-Bob was right. Yeah.
It feels like fall right now.
Hell yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I know I walked around the neighborhood and I didn't even sweat. It was awesome. All right, when we get back, Degeneration Dome. Holla.
OTB, OT.
Go to GEAUXroof.com, goroof.com.
I was like, did T-Bob drink all your champagne?
Yo, roofing needs, Maine. 978-800, 978-800. What are you looking at me like that? I'm very confused. Look, the bottom line is that Go Roof wants to make sure that your roofing needs are taken care of. That's why they offer a free professional estimate. So after the storm, you want to figure out exactly where you stand. It's not going to cost you anything up front. Then obviously once work begins, everybody's license bonded, insured. And then after work is done, how about this? They stand by it. A 2-year workmanship guarantee on top of the manufacturer warranty. And if you're watching the commercial online right now, these guys are really fun in the commercials. Like, this is not even my kid, but I thought it'd be good. Whatever. They're fun guys, but they're professionals as well when it comes to Go Roof. And remember, look, if the insurance company covers it, great. If not, they can work with you to find monthly payment options. Again, the bottom line, they just want to make sure that the community's roofing needs are taken care of. 927-8300, you'll get a beautiful new roof every shingle time.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. And with Bayou to You, free delivery right to your door. Need repair? Our service department is ready and available to help you today. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
If you're in an accident, a car accident, a slip and fall where you're injured, you need to call an attorney. The defendant insurance company, it's their goal to close the case as quickly as possible and pay out the least amount of money as possible. That's why it's important to call an attorney and call the law office of O.C. Brown.
At the law office of O.C. Brown, we're a family-owned firm. We want to be your law firm for a lifetime.
To the heroes who are working tirelessly to care for our communities, we thank you. We will never forget the countless hours you dedicated on the front lines, choosing to risk your own health to fight for our friends, neighbors, and family members.
I mean, you guys are out on the front lines. fighting it.
We are grateful for your heroic acts and unwavering spirit. Together, we are overcoming this adversity and make our state healthier and more vibrant again. Auctioner Health.
Front to Back Boat Service has been family owned and operated for 30 years. And the Sherman family is NMEA certified. That's the National Marine Electronics Association at Front to Back. They are committed to improving the safety and technology of marine electronics through installer training, interface standards. And look, the fall and the winter, it's the perfect time to do that yearly maintenance you've been putting off. Get those parts you've been wanting. So schedule your appointment today at Front to Back, North Airway off of Airline Highway.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
If home is where the heart is, a roof is a shield. That's why for over 25 years, South Louisiana always turns to Garcia Roofing and Sheet Metal.
Join us for a Football Friday edition of Hunt and Hill. We'll have Lisa Ann talking fantasy football in week 1, Sharif Ishak on Saints and Packers, and wrapping up our prep for LSU and McNeese. Join us noon to 2 weekdays, Hunt and Hill on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
OTB OT with Hester and T-Bob on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and 94.7 ESPN Alexandria.
Shout out to our guy Mike Petrie. Apparently, Rivers. Okay, I'm gonna stand up too then. If
I know everyone's doing it.
Rivers was down there at in Sedona, Arizona, and she ran into some former South Lafourche graduate
Yes.
Coach O, my old man. Listens to the show. Recognized Rivers from the show.
He was wonderful, he and his wife, and we hung out in the pool. We drank margaritas and champagne.
Hell
because
yeah, dude. That's what we're doing right now.
They were at the end of like a 3-week
pool, but-
vacation. They were tired, so they went to Breckenridge, and then they were like in Sedona, and they did some other stuff, maybe in New Mexico. And this was the
Breckenridge
end of
is great.
Yeah, this was the end of their trip. They were coming back home, but yeah, he knew your dad. He knew
cool.
Coach Owen. He told me some story about a guy named Roach, who your dad played football with in high school.
That sounds right. There's that 77
Oh, well,
state
they name
champion.
him Roach.
That 77 state champion team has a lot of. I don't know. My nickname was White Roach growing up because I was so pale. So
You
I
were
have no
telling us
idea.
about another nickname.
Spaghetti Bender was one of the
That
guys'
one wasn't
nicknames
mine.
because he had such a big gut that if you put a piece of spaghetti on it, it would bend, which sounds really creative but really dumb at the same time.
Imagine if that's what you get stuck with.
We got everybody on the phones? All right, here we go, dude. It is time for D-Generation Dome Season 2, the worst gambling segment
Yes.
in all of sports radio. Here are last year's results. Ben Mintz took it home as a champ with a 27-34-2 record.
What?
Megan Making Money finished in second, 27-35-1. I finished third, 26-36-1, and Otter was dead last at 25-37. D-Gen Dome, what's going on? We'll start with the champion, Ben Mintz. Benny boy, what's up, dude?
Yeah, just as long as I'm addressed as 2020 Degenerate Dome champion Ben Mintz, I'm happy to be back with you, Bob. Thrilled. And also just want to say, really glad we were able to make this work for a second year.
I agree.
Obviously love getting to do anything with Jimmy Ott. I really appreciate him taking a shot on me last year at the ESPN Baton Rouge. And so much fun to hang out, obviously with Megan and Ott and you, and we're adding Jacob Hester to it too. So we got just an incredible cast of Louisiana characters on this one. And I have a feeling somebody's going to have to get to 500.
Somebody's got it. I mean, somebody has to trip and fall into 500. So we've also added Jake. We've added Rivers to the mix as well. So we now have 2 female identities. And we've added a team full of doctors. Oshner is sending me their pick. So, like, it's getting weirder and weirder. Megan Making Money, your second place finisher in the D-Gen Dome, our Friday regular. Meg, what's up?
What?
up? It is good to hear everybody. I haven't heard Ott yet, but Ott, I'm really looking forward to it. Hey, I missed that voice, man. How is everybody? I'm doing great this Friday.
We're doing excellent this Friday. It's a gracious Friday. Gratitude on deck. We're feeling good. Dollop of fall in the air. Feels fantastic. Supposed to be 75 and sunny tomorrow. Are you kidding me? And where the surf meets the turf, there he is. Jimmy, our father, what's going on?
So I'm referred to as Dr. Ott on this segment now?
I
Is
guess
that how
so.
we're working this?
Yeah.
If anybody could pass as a doctor with not going to medical school, it's Jimmy Ott.
That is completely fair.
Hey, let's play doctor. Let's go. Come on.
Otter. Okay, but look, in the same way that Ben gets addressed as champion, how are you feeling about the last place finish? You told me in California. You told me in California that you're hot right now. You're the hot father. How you feeling?
Hey, it was on a heater. It required it for 11-day stay in Las Vegas and Del Mar. So I mean, no, good start. Pitiful. This was the. I've been doing this for a long time, and this is clearly the worst segment or a contest or that I've ever been a part of. And I'm glad that I could be the absolute worst of a pitiful crowd. So, hey, leaders, look, as some people are leaders, others are followers. So let's go.
All right, well, with that, Mincy, we'll let you start us off. You're leading D-Generation Dome Season 2 2021. Who is your first pick out the gate?
One question. We're doing just spread. I just want to clarify this start of the year. We're doing just spreads, not over-unders, just spread. Like three NFL games get the spread, correct?
That's a great question.
I say yes.
Are we just doing NFL? I don't have NFL picks.
Okay, I say yes for just spreads, but a lot of people brought college picks this week as the commissioner. That's on me. So we will allow college picks for this week, and we'll meet as a group. We'll set up a new group text, and we'll meet as a group and figure out what we want the exact rules to be. Is that fair? Everybody agree?
Yeah.
All right. So college is allowed this week or not?
College is live this week.
And Mincy, I know you've got them ready to go.
We're only gonna do spread. We will do no over unders. Are we cool with that?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Absolutely.
Cool. All right. Let's do it. Mincy, first pick.
I'm leading off Vegas. You can always read lines about how Vegas puts them, and Vegas is begging everybody and their mom to take Oregon in the plus 14.5 at Ohio State. Early kickoff. Thibodeau, Oregon's difference maker in the D-line, has a sprained ankle. Even if he plays, he's banged up. Anthony Brown's not good, and Ohio State beats the crap out of him. I'm laying the 14.5 Buckeyes. That's my first one.
It's hard to get away from, dude. I mean, no Kayvon Thibodeau. I agree. Sorry, a little mimosa burp there. Great pick to start off. Megan making money. You're up next. What you got? Oh, wait, sorry. Was that 14.5, Mincy?
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
14 and a hook. It's a half. Yeah, it is.
All right, what you got, Meg?
I actually love that pick. I gave that pick out yesterday on my new show, Money Shots, with Kelly in Vegas.
Oh, okay. Oh, my God.
That was a perfect odd laugh.
Perfect odd laugh.
Okay, I'm sorry, Megan. So Money Shots, as you said, Kelly Vegas. Check it out. Okay, what you got?
Get the money out of the gutter. We are simply taking shots with our money weekly, and everybody got it. So my first pick, though, and this is just to let you know, if you go bet the money line on this pick, you will get a free hoodie, win or lose, at the Barstool Sportsbook. But I like the Chargers.
Go on.
I like the Chargers. I have them on the money line. I don't know what the line is right now. I think they might be plus 1.5. But I like the Chargers. I think that, the Washington football defense is good. I think that the offense for the Chargers is just that much better. And, I think it's going to be a close one, but I think the Chargers pull it out. And I like them plus the 1.5 and the money line.
Okay, my first pick. This feels very much like a public play, but like I said, I am the public, okay? And I can't stop thinking or talking about the Cy-Hawk Bowl. And Iowa's kicking people's ass right now. I've never really been an Iowa State believer. They didn't look good against Northern Iowa. Give me Iowa plus 4.5. And like I've continuously said, not only am I taking that, but I'm doubling up and I'm also taking the Iowa money line. Give me the Hawkeyes plus 4.5. Oddfather, where you at?
All right, boy. You know, I love those double entendres, the money shot. Very nice. All right, Detroit plus 8. Detroit. The Lions suck, man, but nobody sucks this bad. 8 at home on opening week. I mean, more than 90% of the action on the San Francisco 49ers. Listen, I'm in the Lions. I think this hire is part of their tanking process. I mean, it is just bad move after bad move. But, man, please, give me the Lions. Dog. Give me that dog. Plus 8 at home on opening week.
All right, there we go. 3 dogs so far. Jake, the Chargers -1.5, +1.5. It doesn't matter. Jake, what you got?
They're plus.
Okay. There you go. 3 dogs so far.
All right, I'm going to go back to college. I'm going to take actually a road favorite. I'm going to go South Carolina -2 at East Carolina. Talked with Zeb Nolan yesterday. He is seeing the field from a coach's perspective because he was a coach a couple of weeks ago. Okay, so I believe in Zeb Nolan, the running backs there, they got 3 of them that are really good at South Carolina. East Carolina's not going to be able to hold them down on the ground.
Is that how bad it's at South Carolina? It's 2 on that game?
Yeah.
It's 2 versus
at East Carolina, yeah.
Oh, wow, jeez. Okay, Rivers, you're up. What you got? Wait, go on, Meg.
I was saying I'm on that too, Jake. I'm doing a versus Brandon Walker this week, and that was one of my picks. He took the other side, and I'm taking
All right, let's go Gamecocks.
Oh, wow. Brandon took East Carolina. Interesting. Rivers, first ever pick.
I know. I'm nervous.
I can tell you're nervous.
I'm doing Kansas versus Coastal Carolina tonight. Coastal Carolina, I think, is -26. I'm going to say they don't cover. Kansas has more wins currently than they did in 2020. Maybe they double their wins from last year this week. I don't know. Either way, I don't think they're going to cover.
Dude, what a big nuts first pick.
Yep. You got to go in. Go big or go home.
She didn't watch the South Dakota game.
Picking Kansas.
Look, I just feel so bad for Kansas. Look, I'm like a.
Hey, it's okay. Believe in your picks.
Yeah, I believe in it.
I'm messing with
Okay, back to the top of the order. Mincy, what you got? Pick number 2.
Pick number 2, we're going NFL. Sam Darnold gets the Revenge Bowl week 1.
Okay.
Against the Jets. He has Zach Wilson, who could be good, but going from BYU and their cream puff core schedule to the NFL. Darnold's got Robbie Anderson, the old Jet, DJ Moore, Christian McCaffrey, and he's got Joe Brady calling plays instead of Adam Gase. So we all know how much that means. Panthers roll, laying the 4.5.
All right, so that's Panthers -4.5. Very interesting narrative game, like Mincy just laid out. Mega money pick number 2. Numero 2. Sorry, Danny.
So Mincy vibes. I am also on the Panthers.
Uh-oh.
I'm on the Darnold revenge tour.
Uh-oh.
You got Christian McCaffrey. Look, Zach Wilson is definitely going to need Joseph Smith on his side to pull this win. He's not doing it. I'm taking the Panthers, also minus the 4.5.
I never thought that I would end up here. By the way, remember, anytime consensus starts happening in the D-Gen Dome, that's when it's time to sprint the opposite way. I'm going to lay off of Panthers for that very reason. I am going to go Michigan -6 at home versus Washington. Washington wants to play big boy football. Michigan should be. And look, I know Washington's way better than they looked. I'm sure they are, right? And I'm sure Michigan's not as good as they looked. Michigan should win this game. They should dominate Washington physically. Give me the Wolverines. It feels really weird to give Jim Harbaugh the benefit of the doubt, but here I am. Michigan -6. Wolverines roll in the big house. Ha, 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 ha. Jimmy out. What you got?
Talking about that South Carolina line, one of the oddest moves that I've ever seen. South Carolina opens up a favorite. They jumped all over East Carolina. It moved 8 points in that direction, and then all kinds of Gamecock action, and it moved back 7 the other way. And how much does a year of difference make in KU and Coastal? Kansas was 7-point favorites in that game last year, so now they're catching 26. Les Miles is worth 33 points. Oh, well, I digress. So anyway, Colts in Seattle. Seattle opens up as a 2-point dog. It's been bet all the way to Seattle -3. I know that Carson Wentz had a little problem. I know Quentin Nelson had a little problem. But again, points at home, fading the public movement, fading T-Bob. That's right, T-Bob in the public. Give it a Colts +3 at home.
Wow, okay. Yeah.
Don't you out Mr. Unlimited. Do not do it.
I mean, not only is he fading Mr. Unlimited, but he's betting on Carson Wentz. I mean, what are we talking about?
You're betting
with
on
both hands.
Jake, what you got?
All right, I'm going to take another road favorite. I'm going to go Pittsburgh -3 at Tennessee. Tennessee last week got off to a hot start. They got up 2 scores, and it looked like they had their first 15 scripted. And then once they got to play 16, they didn't know they had to have a snap 16. They thought it was over after the first 15 plays. They coast to a win against Bowling Green. Bowling Green is an awful football team. I think Pitt is a real football team. Pitt's going to be a challenger there. in conference play, I think. So I like Pitt -3 at Tennessee.
Is that a medical degree in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? I forgot to say, that was Team Oshner's first pick. Pitt -3 over Tennessee.
Okay.
How about it,
It's definitely medical degree.
Rivers, what you got?
Texas, Arkansas. Arkansas +7. I want Texas to lose because I don't think anybody wants to see Texas win.
Girl. Absolutely.
I just don't think Arkansas is going to do it, but I do think that they'll get close. So I'm taking Arkansas +7.
Yeah, I've gone back and forth.
Call the Hogs?
Huh?
You're going to call
I'm
the
not.
Hogs?
I'm going to let T-Bob do that for me.
I've gone back and forth all week, and I've ultimately decided that I, too, am throwing my lot in with Pittman and the Hogs. Okay, back to the top of the order for our final picks. Mintz, pick number 3. What we got?
We are going back to the NFL, and I'm telling you, the Buffalo Bills laying 6 and a hook against Pittsburgh. Let me tell you why.
Wow.
Pittsburgh's got the number 32 ranked O-line going into this year. O-line's melting down. DeCastro's gone. I got some real problems in blocking that Buffalo front.
It's fair.
And I've never seen Josh Allen year 2 to year 3 was a thing of beauty. And Pittsburgh started 11-0 and was fading. I like the Bills. I think they went pretty dang big.
Choo. I mean, is that line really 6.5 right now?
There you go. And that was part of it. It's
Dude,
not
that's a
being
big
boring.
nuts
It's
play
6.5.
there, Mincy. That's a big nuts play. I like that. Megan Money, what you got?
I am going on the other side of the Outfather, and I've taken Mr. Unlimited. I'm taking Russell Wilson. I don't know what the line is at Barstool. I think it was 2.5 when I took it. It might be at 3 now. However, it is what it is. It's a QB comparison. I like Russell Wilson. Also, the Seahawks had the number 5 rushing defense last year. So if they try to give it hand the ball off, they're going to get stuffed. Carson Wentz has a dead foot. I don't believe in him. Also, I'm pretty sure he's unvaccinated, which means he's always got a question mark above his head. So, I'm going Mr. Unlimited. I'm going Pete Carroll. Also, there's always close games with Seattle, so this is the perfect line. Give me Mr. Unlimited.
Yeah, okay, wait, so do we know, is Quentin Nelson back? Do we know if Quentin Nelson's back yet for that game? I'm not sure.
But it hadn't been obviously his game time decision.
Okay, well, we'll see. Okay, my final play, I'm actually gonna ride with my boy Mincy, the original degenerate, the man who I knew the first time I met him that I needed him to gamble with me. I'm gonna go Ohio State -14. And a half. Not much more to say there. I agree with all logic. I think Ohio State rolls. Otter, what you got?
Yeah, just to clarify on Megan's number, yes, Kalachi Kitchen Sportsbook has Seattle at -3, so we got the right number there. And Mincy, did you say big nuts, Mincy, or little marbles, Mincy? Come on, Mincy, where are those Buffalo unders going, huh? Those days are in the rearview mirror.
Hey, we got off that week too.
And you know what? And last year, I learned my mistake from last year trying to please you people, okay? I'm hospitable. Look, I come with gifts, okay, at the Christmas party, all right? I'm done with y'all, though, okay?
Wow.
Everybody lost. I'm here. Who are you going to fade the most in Survivor picks, huh? The Lions and then who?
Texans.
Maybe that team. Yes, there you go. That's my pick. Houston +3.5. I'll take Tyrod Taylor, the ultra mediocre veteran over T-Law's first start. Give me Houston +3.5 at home. Fading that public move. Once again, 3 dogs.
I mean, 3 dogs for the Oddfather out the gate. All right, Jake and Rich,
3 dogs.
Hurry up and go third pick.
I'm going 3 road favorites. I'm going, hey, cover your ears, Ribs. I'm going NC State -1.5 at Mississippi State. Mississippi State was extremely lucky to get that victory against Louisiana Tech. NC State is a real football team, 8-3 a year ago. Devin Leary coming back for his 12th season as a starting quarterback of the Wolfpack. I like the Wolfpack not only in this game, but I like them in the ACC to really challenge Clemson in that division. Let's go Wolfpack. Too sweet.
I can make it real quick for you. I don't like to do this, but I'm also going to take NC State.
Whoa!
-1.5. Look, this is the thing. I know.
Kick her out of school.
I have thought
Oh my gosh.
I have thought long and hard about this, and I
You
feel
are
like I
never
win
allowed
either
in
way.
Restaurant Tyler
I either
again.
lose this bet or
Boo.
Mississippi State wins the game, and I'm happy.
She's fading her
either
team.
That's
way.
so sad, dude.
The unofficial mascot during that freaking Omaha run, and now you're going to fade your own
Wow.
team.
Oh, my God.
Look, I'm trying to win this game.
Okay. We got to go to break. Barnes, okay, look. Oshner is going Kentucky over Mizzou.
Ooh, yes, let's go
Citing
Wildcats.
that it's the Bluegrass time to take over, and they are going Air Force over Navy, saying that air superiority always wins. Cannot argue with that logic. Well, boys and girls, first week in the books. I'm really excited to see where this week goes. Good luck to you all. And I look forward to you all kissing my boots and licking my toes later this year. It's going to be great. Y'all have a great day. All right, let's go to break.
Only a chance to talk like that.
Nah. I finished on the podium, baby. Third place. Let's go. Okay, we're closing out the show next.
OTB, OT.
Go to AccuTempBR.com. That's AccuTempBR.com. AC, heating, electrical, they got your back over there at AccuTemp. Go see why they have a 4.9 Google review rating with thousands of ratings. And it's because the customer experience, like the quality of the work is incredible, right? But a lot of places do pretty quality work, though I would say not as good as AccuTemp. But it's the entire customer experience from top to bottom and how you get in the workflow. And it's so easy they work around your schedule to line up a time to come out. You don't get penalized, right? 6 months later, they come back and check out so you avoid any catastrophic issues down the road. They're just the absolute best. AccuTempBR.com.
Yeah, they've got like all the fancy tools. They got all the technology. And like typically you don't have the best customer service with that as well, but that's what you get over at AccuTemp. You can check them out online, AccuTempBR.com, where you can have that chat. You can set up a text thread. You can set up a call. You can do it all. They are ready to talk to you. Pick up the phone. Give them a call today, 225-529-1205, AccuTempBR.com.
Our listeners fire off their opinions on the JimsFirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the JimsFirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
Follow us on Twitter at 1045ESPN to cast your vote in the Citizens Bank and Trust poll of the day. Vote daily inside Off the Bench, Hunt, and Hill, the early line. And after further review, Citizens Bank and Trust brings you the poll of the day via Twitter at 1045ESPN.
In the sunshine, everybody loves the sunshine.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care, it's more advanced care. This is innovating healthcare at Louisiana's #1 hospital, Auctioner.
Oh, hey, what's up? It's Big D and Bubba, 100.7 The Tiger Morning Show. We'd love for you to join us every weekday, 4 a.m. till 9 a.m.
Yeah, everything you want in a show. Country music. We got laughs. We got celebrity in-studio guests. We just need you.
Join us every weekday morning, 4 a.m. to 9 a.m., right where it all started.
That's right. Louisiana's country station, 100.7 The Tiger.
Join us for a Football Friday edition of Early Line as we make some picks ahead of Week 1 of the NFL season and Week 2 in college football. We also preview LSU versus McNeese State. Join us 2 to 3 p.m., 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
OTB OT with Hester and T-Bob on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and 94.7 ESPN Alexandria.
What up, y'all? It is the weekend time. I hope you had a lot of fun this morning like we did. We are ready to send everybody off into the week. Remember, positive vibes all weekend long. Be thankful for what you have this weekend, whatever that may be, right? Be thankful.
Danny's got me ready to go watch Less Than Zero after this playlist.
Hell yeah, dude. Shout out, I'm grateful for Curse Light.
Oh my gosh, look at this
Dropping
supply.
off a few fresh cases to the studio.
Gosh, right before the tailgating weekend.
Me and Rivers are going to chug beers next week on air, we decided. See who wins. Jake, you're welcome to join in as well.
What we should do, like a bet, like what happens if I beat you? Like I don't think anything happens if you beat me because everyone thinks you're going to win.
No, I actually think T-Bob will finish last in chugging a beer.
What happens when T-Bob loses? That's what we need to decide.
His hand, there's no way he can grip it the way he needs to be able to chug the beer.
I'm going to be practicing all week. I'm going to be doing training.
Shut up. I don't even got to practice.
Gotta practice.
Practice? Nah, bro. I'm like
AI. We talking about practice?
Not a game.
Hey, shout out Small Sliders. Let's slide in the weekend, my friends. Y'all have a great weekend. Holla.
OTB OT.
Go to the Ochsner.org today. Very happy to have Team Ochsner in the D-Generation Dome. I'm not expecting them to be very good at gambling because they're doctors and they have way more important things to worry about, like taking care of the health of literally the entire state, right? That's why they're now the official medical provider to the LHSAA. They are working with the LHSAA to always refine and maximize the safety and just the medical guidelines that we operate under. They have colleges throughout the state, the professional teams as well. There's a reason why everybody at every level trusts Ochsner, and you should too. And the reasons are obvious. When you go see him at the Grove here in Baton Rouge, you go see him in New Orleans, the facilities are fantastic. Okay? And the facilities and the investment in them are representative of how they treat their employees as well, right? They hire the best doctors, the best therapists. So if you have any orthopedic needs that you need taken care of, you already know there's only one answer, and that is Ochsner. Go to Ochsner.org.